Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well. Wherever it is that you may be around the world, we are here to talk about the Chelsea versus Liverpool game. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 2. We will be going through the usual routine. The lines are going to be open. You will have and we'll be listening to the individuals, the panels, yourselves, give you guys the opportunity to come in and have your say as well. But I'm going to go through the match stats. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. We're going to talk about individual players, player ratings, how I thought the game went overall, open up them lines, and then give you guys in the chat the opportunity to get involved. But you know what I need you guys to do before we move forward? Make sure that you hit that like button, because over 20 of you here already. Smash the like button. Smash it. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. We're on our road to 4K subscribers. But before we even move forward, you know what time it is. Let's cue that GNA TV intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. Nice to see everyone in the chat already. Over 20 of you here already. Thank you very much for tuning in on this evening. The reason I've had to do it tonight and not tomorrow afternoon is because I'm not going to be around all day tomorrow. So I need to try and get the stream done today. So I thought I had a bit of time this evening. Good game. A very good game, actually, if you want my opinion. A very good game to watch. It was... It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to get your thoughts, your opinions, man of the matches, your player ratings, who you think was the most impressive player. Who impressed you tonight? And we're going to talk about the overall performance before that. Go through a bit of stats as well, match stats for you guys, and then open up the lines. I know there's many people that want to get involved today, and I did see your message, Blue Studio. Like I said to you, if you check on Twitter, I did respond to you. I am going to put the link in the chat to let people come in and have their say as well. Let's just quickly go through the chat anyway, because big up, there's over nearly 30 of you here already. So big up to seeing you all here. Brandon says City win the league. It's hard to get up against it right now. You know, City winning and then seeing both Liverpool and Chelsea, their closest contenders, drawing today is another big tick for Pep. Chelsea have got Man City soon as well, which is going to be a massive game, especially for us, and the challenge of potentially getting second in the league as we stand. Strip Bear's in the house. Big up to Strip Bear. Was pleased we came back. Wanted the winner, though. Yeah, I feel like we just ran out a little bit of energy, a little bit of speed, a little bit of everything, to be honest. Mike London says Lukaku out. Lukaku got benched. Lukaku didn't get benched. Lukaku got omitted from the squad. Lukaku got removed from the squad. Lukaku wasn't even on the bench today. Thomas Tuchel, after watching the interview fully through again, decided to not have Romelu Lukaku involved in the Chelsea team. Now, I know a lot of Chelsea fans are happy with it. Some wasn't. Some thought that the game was more important. The 3 points was more important. If Lukaku was playing today, could he have been the difference in this type of game? Potentially. He is an out-and-out goal scorer. You would think that maybe that Pulisic one in front of goal, if that lands to Lukaku, that could be the difference. Or even in the second half with Pulisic again. You know, if that's Lukaku on his left foot, does it go in the back and is he the difference? Of course he is. You know, there's a lot. Should we go strong in the League Cup game? Yeah, why not? We're in the semi-finals. I think a cup is a cup at the end of the day. A cup is a cup, guys. Havertz isn't good enough to lead our front line. We need Lukaku to get his head out of his arse. Disagree with that, if you're my opinion. I do think Havertz is good enough. Good enough to lead the line. People forget with Kai Havertz that he hasn't kicked a ball since December the 11th. Big up to Jonathan. Big up to Concierge as well. He says, in Thomas Tuchel, we trust. That is true. Something that I'm so happy with when it comes to us Chelsea fans is that we have all came together. We have shown support of our manager, and that is the most important thing, right? Backing the manager. We know player power is strong at Chelsea Football Club. So I think it's important that we keep stressing and showing our support of Tuchel. Beck says, let's freaking go. I am so proud. She's proud of the performance today. Big up to Alfie as well, who's in the chat. He says, up the Chelsea. Alfie, I know you want to jump on soon as well, mate. The link will be in the chat. It'd be good to have you on, have your say as well. Noah, big up to you. Undertaker CFC, big up to you. Big up to Simon as well. Simon's in the house. Did he go to the game? I wonder, he probably did. Havertz played all right today. He allowed to play freely. He did for me, but again, he could have done more. Is it hard to be critical of him, bearing in mind it's his first game back since December the 11th? Yes, is the answer to what I'm saying. I think we can be reactionary sometimes. Sometimes we just got to look at the overall performance instead of just always picking on players, Just heading back from the bridge, we went 2-0 down. I thought game over, but then we pulled all together. And that is the biggest thing, right? Pulisic was poor until his goal, is what Simon's saying. Trevor was poor until we got 2-1 up. Havertz lost the ball countless times, including once where it led to the second goal. Did he? The second goal was set up by Trent ages ago, so I don't know what you're talking about, girls. I don't remember how. Because if he did lose the ball, he didn't lose it straight away. He would have lost it, and then there was a build-up of play from Liverpool for at least 30 seconds to a minute before they scored their goal. So I wouldn't say that was all Havertz. But anyway, we move. Well done, Chelsea. The fans were right behind the team. And do you know what, Simon? I could have gone today. The ticket was there. Where I haven't been 100% fully fit myself, I didn't want to go down there today. But kind of wish I did, based on the performance, But it is what it is. It is what it is. Rodrigo says, we missed Timo today. I feel that would be giving Liverpool lots of problems. They gave their own problems. I thought Liverpool. Don't get me wrong. Excellent from cover. Yeah, absolutely excellent. Mane really lucky. Yeah, I think Mane should have been sent off. I genuinely think that elbow into the head of Aspie within the first 6 seconds of the game, he should have seen. He should have seen a red. He should have seen the red. The way he jumped into his head like that with his elbow, I don't care. Like, people say, no, it was because of the seconds. Probably is. That's what's helped him from getting a red. But I call that as a red. 5 home draws in your last 6 matches. Let's see how you can keep protecting your manager. Danny seems to think that we're protecting our manager. Grey Wolves with the agendas. Lord Dan St. Jim, this is the game of the season. Is that Noah feels? Big up to VJ as well. Jem, did you agree with Tuchel's Lukaku call? Yes, I did. Like I said to you, and I stress it one more time before we talk about the game. I think that, and I keep saying it, whatever decision Thomas Tuchel makes about this situation with Romelu Lukaku, I will back. Because if whatever he decides to choose to do, I think he will have the best interests of this football club anyway, and for himself. And I like I said, if he played today, I would probably have been a little bit annoyed about it, but I would have backed Tuchel for it. He didn't play him. He's dropped him. How long, we don't know. Could Lukaku be out for a month, 2? Could this have been Lukaku's last game? Of course it could. Lukaku could potentially not be kicking another ball for Chelsea Football Club. We don't know. The one thing I would say is after the game, Thomas Tuchel did come out. He did come out and he did say that everything is amendable and that that potentially, depending on what Lukaku says on Monday, from what we understand, there's another meeting between the board, Lukaku and Tuchel, that potentially he may be able to get himself into contention for the Spurs game. He might not. We'll have to see. Maybe the damage is done. Maybe it isn't. We'll find out more about that Lukaku news. Once we do, we'll be over here on GNA TV talking about it 100%. Big up to VJ as well. Please smash the likes, guys. I haven't looked at the likes, to be honest, but I think we've only got 25 likes and there's over 50 of you here already. So let's get them likes up. Big up, bro, Vinny. Yeah, exactly the vibe. Lukaku next, Alba. Tell me about it. There's always someone at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's always someone. But let's just quickly get into the stats of this game. Obviously, Chelsea 2, Liverpool 2. And that was based on Mane getting a 9th-minute goal from a Chalobah mistake and then a Mo Salah goal, which put them 2-0 up. Looked a bit peak for Chelsea. Looked like it could be a 3-4-0, even though I don't think Liverpool played that well. They just looked better on the break. And then we had that absolute screamer from Mateo Kovacic. Top bins on the volley. As clean as you like. Top corner. Bring it back to 2-1. Absolutely surprised me because I'm sure 99.9% of everyone at the stadium and everyone that was watching that supported Chelsea was telling themselves, please don't shoot. Please don't do it. Because we've seen Kovacic shoot outside the box and it's usually absolutely shocking. But this one paid off, and boy, did it change our game, because straight after that, Christian Pulisic, just before the half time, in many ways owed us a goal, because you think about him missing that opportunity in front of goal originally, and that would have been 1-0. That would have been 1-0. It could have been a different story, but he didn't, and he got the opportunity in front of this time, and he used his left foot to put it in the top corner. And then we didn't want it to end. I'm sure a lot of us didn't want it to end, but we'll talk about the game in a second. In terms of stats, all important stats, Chelsea were the better team, with 56% possession to their 43%, 15 shots on target, total shots against Liverpool's 10, 6 on targets for both teams, 5 off target for Chelsea, 2 for them, 4 blocks compared to their 2. In terms of passing, we were better than them, 82.4% passing with the 75% of Liverpool's. In terms of clear cuts, 2 to the each, they had more corners than us by 1, 7 to the 6. And the tackles, 55% to their 41, we were winning. They won more aerial duels than us. I did think they looked bigger than us on the pitch, not going to lie. 64 to their 36, to our 36. They committed more fouls than us, but at the same time, Mendy and Callaghan made the same saves of up to 4 saves each as well. But overall, Chelsea were the better team, not only on stats, but on eye test. And we are going to talk about the game now, because from my perspective, looking at it, watching it, big up to Come On You Blues TV. Nice to see you in the chat as well, bro. This is Pulley, come on. Big up to you. Big up to Josh as well, who's probably here to troll us again. Big up to Hiking with Martin as well. Nice to see you in the chat as well, mate. And we get to the game. We get to the game, because even though the stats all pointed, and Devin, big up to you as well, pointed in the favour of Chelsea, the eye test also, in my eyes, backed Chelsea. When you looked how we played that game, the first half an hour, we were all over them. Yes, we lacked moments of concentration, and it's something that's becoming a bit of an issue for me, because we seem to allow teams to have a hold of a game when they're not actually got a hold of it. We're the ones that are controlling the game. We're the ones that are dictating the movement, the quickness of the game. Why are we allowing teams, don't matter if it's Liverpool, whoever it is, why are we always allowing teams a foothold in games? Now, don't get me wrong, Trevor Chalobah has been great for Chelsea this season. He's been awesome in many ways. He's actually over-exceeded probably a lot of us Chelsea fans' expectations. But you cannot use your head when the ball is that low coming to your left foot, because you are not comfortable with using your left foot to clear it. He should have used his left foot to clear the ball. He didn't. He uses his head and makes an absolute mess of it. Mane picks it up. He runs around the goalie, and they're 1-0 up. And that is the difference. They're the moments. They're the fine margins in these games that we've got to kick out. We cannot be playing games like that. We can't, we started on the front foot, we was moving the ball well, we looked comfortable with the ball, and then we go and do that. Then we go and do that. You can't do that. You can't do that at any level. I'm sorry. And you'll get punished for it. And it seems to be something that continues to happen. Individual moments of lack of concentration in games, errors made, we lose the ball, and then we get punished and we find ourselves chasing the game. We have to kick that out of us. The second goal for me was a bit of everything. It was definitely a bit of everything. When you look at Mo Salah, when you look at Trent, you look at the positions that Trent took up to receive the ball, no pressure whatsoever, played that through ball into Mo Salah, Rudiger's out of position, Alonso's managed to get back in, and let's not make any mistake, the attempt from Alonso, the attempt to try and defend was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like he was expecting him to go inside on his left foot. He didn't. He went on the right. And the guy didn't even have to run. He just jogged past him. We know how slow Alonso is and how much of a defect he is, unfortunately, in his system. But that was embarrassing. And then Mendy, obviously, unfortunately, goes one way, guesses it one way, gets caught the other. top, and Salah puts it in the back of the net in Salah style. Bearing in mind, can I just say Salah was kept very quiet in the second half by Mr. Rudiger and didn't really do much the whole game. That's my opinion. But he gets his goal, and that's the difference. That is the difference. And then all of a sudden, you're sitting there, you're 2-0 behind, you're dominating games, you dominated the game. Now you're chasing it. And it looked peak because after we went down to 2-0, we lost the hunger, we lost the rhythm, the momentum. It looked peak. It looked like we were really in trouble. We really did. And if Havertz, may I just say again, if Havertz didn't get that free kick from Milner down the right, and if Mateo Kovacic didn't take that shot, and we go into that half 2-0 down, I don't think we come back in this game. But the mentality after he scored that goal, the mentality of the team just changed. It swung back in our favour again. We looked hungry. We looked like we wanted it. We looked like we wanted it. And then we got that second goal through Christian Pulisic. And that was all because we found our rhythm again. The pressure was good. We were shutting them down. They were playing a really stupid high line. A high line which in theory was crying out for a player like Timo Werner. I know people don't like to hear it. But in this type of game, the amount of space that was found behind, he would have loved it today. And, we get the second goal from Pulisic, well won by Kante, plays him through, and he finishes it 2-2. Now we go into the second half, and I look at it and I think to myself, if we can continue with that pressure on them, playing the ball quickly, making runs into the space, they will get hurt. Virgil van Dijk looks average. Absolutely average, bar average. Konate, average. They were not comfortable playing that high up. It was too high, and we had to exploit it. And then eventually in the second half, I thought Kovacic was playing out of his skin, absolutely out of his skin in the second half, along with Kante. Completely different. We looked different with them two in midfield. Why? Because we had energy. The ball wasn't being slowed down. We were shutting the ball back. We was winning the ball. They were linking up play. They were covering. One went, the other one stayed. They covered each other well. Good with the ball. Dominated that Liverpool midfield. Fabinho, Henderson, and Milner. All three of them got dominated by Kante and Kovacic today. That's how good our midfield was today. And if you noticed, when Jorginho came on, it all slowed down a bit. Not to have a go at Jorginho. It's just the way the system gets played. How we play the game. It does. It gets slowed down in midfield. It wasn't when Kante and Kovacic were on the pitch. We was in their faces. They were winning balls. He was bringing the ball down in the air. He was flicking it. He was dribbling through people. Same with Kante. Winning the ball, run at them. They didn't know what to do with that midfield. There was just too much energy. They just couldn't handle it. And we looked good. The midfield looked good. We all called for, well, I don't know if we all called for, but I thought it would have been Jorginho Kante, but I wanted to see Kovacic and Kante. And this is why. Because in this system, we need energy. When you're playing a team that plays such a high line, you need energy. And they brought it today. The only thing we missed today, this is a difference from us drawing and winning the game, is we're just wasteful in the final third. Our final pass is not good enough. Our final ball is always not good enough. And it's always when it gets to that forward line, whether it's Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Kai Havertz, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Hakim Ziyech, whoever the hell it is, that final ball is not good enough. They always make the wrong decision. We do so well. Don't know what happened there. I just disappeared. But we do so well. We do so well once we get up to that point. Let me turn this off 1 second because my internet's playing up, guys. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Can you hear me? Don't do this now. 2 seconds, guys. That's it. We do so well once we get up to that point, and then it just breaks down. And it's always the same case with the forward line. If we could just be blessed with actually having a bit of a clinical forward line, that would be the difference for us in winning games. Because when the midfield's playing as well as it is, you can get away with not having the wing backs playing that well in Aspie and Alonso. Offensively, we know not good enough. Not good enough offensively. But when your midfield's doing what they're doing progressively, which is controlling the game, and your defence is holding out, and we get the ball up and the movement's good. The movement wasn't bad from the three up front today. They made their movements. It's what they were doing when they were getting the ball. Once they got the ball and they were in the positions that they were in, they were making the wrong decisions. Decisions were not perfect. You know, and that was a difference for us not Wednesday. Not for me, it was the energy in the second half had gone. And it was when we did get in, you know, in the right moments, we kind of just let ourselves down with the final ball. We had that chance of Christian Pulisic, which I can remember with his left foot when he cut in when Alonso crossed it in. I remember that moment. But other than that, you know, wasn't good enough. Just wasn't good enough there. But overall, am I happy with my team's performance? Yes. What I saw today was fight, mentality, not giving up, playing for the shirt, giving Liverpool a ton of problems the whole game. They didn't once have really control. They had moments, and their moments came through their front three in Mane and Salah. Jota was non-existent for me. You know, Mane was, I think Mendy came into play on the Salah save when he nearly lobbed him and he pushed it over the bar. And the Mane one. And the Mane opportunity as well. So, overall, am I happy? Am I happy? Yes, with the performance. Do I feel like a little bit hard done by? Yes, because I just expected us to go and win that game. It was going, everything was in our favour. We managed to break through that mental block of being behind and getting back. All we needed was just someone to just fucking get that last goal. Be the difference. Be the difference. And in that moment. And that's the difference between 1 and 3 points. And I keep saying to you guys about this. Our forward line are not clinical enough. They can't create and they're not clinical enough. You know, and they have moments. Pulisic had a gilt-edged chance in the first half. He let us down. Okay, he scores. But other than that, that's the difference. They're the moments, you know? They're the moments. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But we move. We have 131 of you here, 22 minutes in. Let's make sure we get these likes up, guys. Let's get up to the 100 likes. I will give you the opportunity to get involved. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings about the game. How you thought it went. You've heard me. You've heard how I feel about the whole game. What my thoughts were. We're going to quickly fly through these players. You know what to do in the chat. Let me know your rating. Let me know your thoughts and feeling per individual player. The lines will be open then straight away for you guys to get involved and have your say. We've got 52 likes. Let's try and get this to 100 likes. Please do that. Share in your socials as well. If you're new, subscribe. Hit that bell notification button below as well. Let's delve into these players very quickly and then open up the lines for you guys. Edouard Mendy. What did we think of Edouard Mendy's performance, guys? What did we think? Tell me in the chat. To be honest, Jem, you were 2-0 down. Chelsea showed bottle. Exactly. And that is why I'm not too upset about the performance, you know? Havertz needs to do more is how Vive feels. Fair enough. Sosa, big up to you. So, Jim, it's a lot of good quality that is free right now in the transfer market, like Frank Kissy. Will you take him to Chelsea? Probably not yet. Not yet. He's good. And there's a lot of free players, isn't there? We'll maybe have to do a stream on that one day. So go through the players that are available. Big up to Shilio as well. Nice to see you in the chat. In regards to Mendy, we've got people saying 8s, 10s, 9s, 7s. 7s, 8.5s. Alfie says 8 as well. 7, 9, 8. Mendy is 9, 7, 8. All right, so you're all rating him pretty high. He kept us in the game with that Salah save. I thought Mendy was good. Do I think he could have done better on the Salah save? Yes. I agree with Jonathan. But then, however, he did make up for it for that great save in the second half from Salah again, funny enough. So, for me, it's one of them ones of, can we criticise him too harshly? Probably not. Did he keep us in the game in the second half? Yes, he did. He did. So, for me, I'll give Mendy a good 7. 7, anything between a 7 and an 8 as well. Sosa saying 8. Kings of CFC, big up to you, bro. Says 8, 7 for Bex as well. All right, let's move because I want to get you guys on here with me. Antonio Rudiger. Now, I thought Antonio Rudiger had an overall good game. He had Salah in his back pocket in the second half. Like, Salah was non-existent for me. In the first half, for the second goal, do I feel he was out of position for that goal? Yes, he was. He was out of position for that goal. Which can happen. But overall, he was good. He had that header as well from the free kick. I don't know if you remember. It was quite a poor header to side. I expect him to connect better with that. I would probably give Rudiger a 7. Rudiger 7, 7, 7.5, 7, 7. Fair enough. What else have we got here? Rudiger had Salah in his pocket as always. He gets an 8 for Alfie. Alfie's saying for an 8. 7, 6, 6, 7, 6.5 as well. He helped us with the second goal, is what King Del DG saying. El Padrino, big up to you. He says 6.5 for Rudy as well. 6. So yeah, I'm going for a 7 for Rudiger. I am going for a 7. We move on from Rudiger and we move on to the El Monstro. The El Monstro, Thiago Silva. For me, he's undroppable in his defence. He's so important in his defence. Was he for fault? Was he at fault for any of the goals? No, not the second. The first was a mistake from Chalobah. I thought Thiago Silva overall was Thiago Silva. You know, for me, Thiago Silva is an 8. The Monstro is just, and you know, he's so important to this team. For me, personally, for this defence, for the organisation, from being solid. All right, we can see goals, but still, he's so integral to this, to the way we play. 9 is what we're hearing. 7.5, 8, 10, 8, 7 as well. Silva is a 7, is what he's saying here. Sosa, 8, 7. Made a couple of errors, but overall superb. He's an 8 for me, man. There's a lot of 8s in the chat as well. Silva an 8, 100% a 9. No higher, no lower is what Kings of CFC is saying. Do you agree? Thiago Silva's an 8. He's long ball to the flanks. Was so good, an important member in our defence. Legend. And that is it, Shilio, right there. Legend. Important. Important. Thiago Silva was defending, conducting, leading and creating. Rolls Royce defender is what Rebecca's saying as well. And again, she couldn't have said it any better for me. He is a Rolls Royce defender. He is that important. And if he's fit and he's available to play, you play him. You play him. Let's move on from Thiago Silva. Let's go on to Mr. Trevor Chalobah. Now, I was actually quite impressed to see how he would do up against the elite. When I say the elite, talking about Sadio Mane, playing against forwards of the opposition that are at a level. And boy, did he get tested today. Boy, did Chalobah get tested today. And it was a good test. Now, I wouldn't take it as a bad thing that he made these mistakes. He made the mistakes. And I've been telling you guys for a very long time, he will have these moments. He will have a moment where he makes that mistake. And he did. Yeah, but it's about him learning from that, gaining the experience from that. He got turned a couple of times by Sadio Mane today, but he also gave it as well. He got him stuck in, he won tackles, and he done his job to a degree. Yes, he lost his positional sense a couple of times, committed too much here and there. For me, this was a big learning curve for Chalobah today. He will not be playing quality like this day in, day out in Sadio Mane. And for me, he has to look at it as just priceless experience of how to defend against the best. For me, he didn't have the greatest game today. And he did give that goal away, and that was a lack of concentration. For me, he can't be any more than a 4.5 for me personally. 4.5 to a 5 for Chalobah. Some people were saying 5.5, 3, 6 to a 7, 4, -6, 3, 6, 6, 5. Too much pressure for him is what Sosa's saying. 2 for Chalobah, the worst performance so far from Massey B. 6, a great tackle that saved the game. Did he? Trying to think back. When was that moment? When did he save the game? He saved the game. 7, 6.5. To be honest, he went up against one of the deadliest three in the league. Exactly. And that's my point. Priceless experience. And I'm glad that he had that moment. Connor, big up to you, bro. Nice to see you in the chat, my guy. Nice to see you in the chat. Let's move. Because I'm going to open up the lines very soon. Make sure you get them likes up, please. We should be closing the gap to 100 likes. We've got 58. There's nearly over 220 of you here. Let's try and get them likes up, guys. Please, 100 likes. 100 likes for the channel. Right, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to right wing back Aspie. Now, look, we all know Aspie. This is not his position. We don't want to see it, but we don't really have many options. And going into this game, I did think that Tuchel was going to play him there purely from the defensive aspect. Not the offensive, defensively. Worrying about Sadio Mane, maybe trying to double up on him. To Tsimikas going up and down the wing. He was wanting to be defensively strong. And I get that. I get why he chose to play Aspie. Now, do I think Aspie was great today? No. Was he bad? No. He had a very average game for me. So for me, Aspie was a good 6. I would say easily a 6 for me. Big up to Kazim in the house. Clutch. Big up to Clutch as well. Hope you're well, Clutch. Nice to see you in chat. Hit the like button, guys, please. 6 is what the 7 is saying. 5, 6, 6. Big up my brother Jem and big up the chat. Big up to D-Stretch. Nice to see you in the house. Let's get them likes up like E saying nice to see you in the chat as well, E. Hope you're well, brother. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. So everyone's sort of saying the same sort of thing, 6.5. Yeah, I think he had an average performance day. Not the worst, but, you know, I'd say not a bad performance. Let's move on to this snail. Let's move on to the snail, shall we? The snail. Alonso. Tell me, how impressed was you with Alonso today? Because for me, he was a 9.5. He was unbelievable today. So good. Going forward, going backwards, you know, winning the tackles, you know, moving the ball, being slow down the wing, doing slow crossing, had Trent in his back pocket. He's easily a 9 or a 10 today for Alonso. Come on, guys. Come on. Show your love for Alonso. Taking the piss. Just so before anyone else runs away from here. I'm joking. I am joking. I am joking. But some people seem to think he had a good game. 4, 6, 6, 5, 5. Wasn't good. 6.5 for... Listen. The snail gets a 7 is what Alfie's saying. Listen. This guy... This guy knows how to slow us down, didn't he? We could be going at 100 miles an hour down the other end of the pitch, trying to get that goal. Yeah. And if the ball finds Alonso on the left, you just know that we are going to be slowed down to his level, which is blimmin' like Matrix slow motion. You know, like Neo when he does that. That is literally what happens when you give the ball to Alonso. So you're all quick and you're getting up the pitch, give it to Alonso and it's boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Right. Do you want the ball? Let me try and pass you the ball. And then by that, they're already back. Like, that is literally how it feels when I watch Alonso. Like, it is painful. Got spun by Salah. 4, 5. Respect the snail. Respect the snail. I just can't take it. I just can't take the snail. I cannot take the snail. Couch is saying 7. Couch! Couch, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Couch, you're better than this, Couch. Yes, I'm being sarcastic, man. Mac 1, I am being sarcastic. 6, 5, -3. Alonso was the man of the match, is what Massey B saying. Stop it. Happy New Year to you, Gio, as well, bro. Nice to see you in the chat, my man. Long time no see. You must be high if you think Alonso gets the 9. Trust me, I'd need to be high. Look at Bex giving it. Bex, don't do this. Don't do this. 7, 5, 3. Yeah, he was just bad, man. He was just bad. I can go through this and everyone's just saying 5s and 4s and 5s. Standards have dropped if people are giving Alonso a 7. Tell the people in the chat that are giving Alonso a 7. Because I ain't giving him a 7. I'm giving Alonso a 4. I'm giving Alonso a 4. No one took away your mod chip, Fergie son. No one took away your mod chip. There you go. There you go. I don't know who did that, but it wasn't me. There you go. I've done it for you. Check. You should be modded now. Anyway, let's move. Why are we wasting my time on Alonso? Who cares about Alonso? No one cares about Alonso because I want to get the lines open. But like I said, guys, keep smashing that like button. We've got 83 likes with 17 away. 17 away from getting to 100 likes. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's go on to, oh my God, not Malang Sarr. Why'd I click Malang Sarr? This is the guy I was looking for. Oh, N'Golo Kante. Oh, N'Golo Kante. Listen, N'Golo Kante is a baller. We can't be getting rid of N'Golo Kante anytime soon. I know I said he's got to go, but we can't. We can't get rid of this guy. This guy was everywhere again. Had Fabinho in his back pocket, Milner in his back pocket. He just looked good. He was good. Look, he just was good. Like N'Golo Kante ran that midfield with Kovacic today. Him and Kovacic balled out. They were quick. They were progressive. They covered each other well. They defended well. They won all the second balls. They were good with the ball. Kante set up that goal for Pulisic. Listen, N'Golo Kante for me was a 9. Today, he was a 9. He's just a baller, man. This guy is a out-and-out baller. 9. 10 is what we're hearing here. Kovacic and Kante will both get a 10 for Alfie. Easy 9. N'Golo is a cheat code. He's literally a cheat code in games. That is it. That is literally how you explain it. 9, 8, 8.5, 9. N'Golo Kante is God's gift to Chelsea. He literally is. 10, 9, 9.5. Yeah. 9. Alonso should give him another assist. Listen, QNTV, go and check out Kazim, my boy Kazim. He's on his way to 200 subscribers. He's 5 away from getting there. Please go and check him out. It's literally his name there, QNTV. Click that and go and get him over that 200 likes months, guy. Good guy of mine. Someone that supports the channel as well. I'm actually over there a couple of times as well. So please check him out when you get a chance as well. 9. 100 out of 10. Jim, if you need any more awards, I am here to help. No problem, Chelsea fan. No problem. Thank you. I'll sort that out as well. Kante gets a 9, 9, 9, 9. Fair enough. Let's move on from N'Golo Kante, and we are moving on now to Mateo Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic when it wants to load. Get in there. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing, internet? Come on, internet. Bring us Kovacic. There we go. Mateo Kovacic. For me, I'm going to say it right now. I want to know your man of the matches as well in the chat. Mateo Kovacic was a 9 today. He was Zidane-esque. Zinedine Kovacic. He was Zinedine Kovacic today. That's who he was. He was bringing the ball down. The guy's touch and balance is immense. When he's good, he is so goddamn good. Right, going forward with the ball, progressively very good. Tackling at the highest order. Keeping the ball moving quickly as well. This guy was a machine. Absolute machine. Machine today. That's what I want to see. I want to see that machine. I want to see that machine. Unbelievable. Demon display is what Seppers is saying. It was literally a demon's display. 9. Please like, share, and subscribe. As Fergie's son's saying here as well. 10. For me, he was a 9.5. Like, he couldn't have done any more. And that goal that he scored, that is the best goal of his Chelsea career. Now, he doesn't score many. But that was a goal and a half. Absolute techers right there. 10, 9.5. was better than having sex, is what Alfie's saying. Alfie's saying watching cover today was better than having sex. Elite is what Concierge is saying. Yeah, he was. 10 out of 10. 9.5, 9.5, 10 for DJ Sajay. 10. Man of the match. Jim, what was your reaction when he scored that screamer? When he scored that screamer, I was sitting there with the most dullest face in the world, like leant back like this. And I was just chilling. And I was like, this is going to be 3-4-0. This is crap, man. Like, what is this, man? Like, and then he hit that ball. When he hit that ball, I was like, no, don't shoot. And then I just see it go, dun, 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 dun. Bang, hit the bar. Bang, hits the bar, goes straight in the back of the goal. And I just jumped out of my chair and I was like, that is what we need. Because literally before that happened, I actually was sitting with family and I was like, if we're going to get back in this game, we have to score before the half time. We have to. We only got 2, but I only wanted 1. But we ended up getting 2. But yeah, mad. 9. But he was baller, man. With Jem, Caddy and Cover were 10, bro. They ran the midfield. I'm saying it as a Liverpool fan. Fair enough, bro. Thank you for your... I appreciate your honesty, sir. JJ Britt says 9. Lukaku puts Inter Milan on his bar on Facebook. I've heard about this as well. I don't even want to talk about Lukaku. I'm so fed up with talking about Lukaku today. I can't be asked. I want to see what happens tomorrow. I'm not going to comment anymore on it. Like, we know what he's done. We don't like it. We're glad he got dropped. That's all I'm going to say. 9 out of 10. 10 for Stephen as well. Interesting. All right, let's move. We've only got 3 more players to go through, and then we're going to open up them lines, get you involved. Well, and we're going to start with Christian Pulisic, Captain America. Boy, this guy just grew in the game, right? He was so bad at the beginning. He was so bad. Giving the ball away, being wasteful. You know, missed that gaping chance in front of goal where he looked. I even knew what he was going to do. Before he even got the ball, I knew what he was going to do. I knew he was going to try and run around him. And wonder Kelly, the goalie, was like, "You're making it easy, mate. Knew you were going to do that." Like, he literally could have costed us the game. He could have. But he kept going, and he kept going, and he kept going. And then he made his run. He got his moment again in front of goal. And let's just be serious. What a finish. That is Christian Pulisic of old, that finishing. To be able to bury the ball in the back of the net like that. He grew in the game for me. He got better. And then he started dribbling with the ball. He was better with the ball moving forward as well. And then he got put wing back. Again, don't mind him out there. He's not too bad. But, you know, overall, I wouldn't say it was the worst. So I would say a good 6 to a 7. 6 to a 7 for Christian Pulisic. Maybe a 7 because he got us the second goal. I'll give him a 7. I'd say 8 for work rate. Yeah, he did work hard. But I want Pulisic to be Pulisic. I want him to be able to dribble more. I want him to be direct. You know, I want him to be like that. You know, but he always seems to just lose the ball so easily these days. He has the ball at his feet and he loses it. It's like, why? You're so gifted with the ball at your feet, but you can't keep the ball with your feet. It makes no sense. You're good with the ball at your feet, but you lose it all the time. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just expect more from Pulisic, you know? Massively expect more from Pulisic. 110 likes, guys. Thank you very much. Next aim is 150 likes. Over 309 people here. Smash that like button, guys. Going to open up the lines. I want your thoughts and feelings on the game as well. Let's get there for it. Yeah, my gem. 6.5, 7, 8. Yeah, that finish was too cold. Not going to lie. That was a good finish. 7 was immense after his goal. I think he was as well. And this is why I wanted him there. You know, that's why I wanted him there. 7, 7, 7, 7, 8. 7, 7, 9, 6, 9, 8. I mean, everyone's sort of in the same boat, shall we say, when it comes to the ratings for Christian Pulisic. So, fair enough. Let's move. Okay. This is where I'm going to assume the chat's going to go weird. Mason Mount. I want to know what your thoughts and feelings are on this guy's performance today. How good was he or how bad was he? If you want my honest opinion, If Mason Mount didn't have the outputs that he currently has at the moment and being say clutch, but scoring goals when we needed him to, and he has scored goals, then I think he'd be having quite a poor season. I like Mason Mount as the player. I have no player agenda. I don't suck on any agendas. And I'm sorry if you're a big Mason Mount lover, but today I just felt he was like he's not himself. He's not the Mason Mount that I've seen to this point. You know, his crossing's just not good enough. Big up to John as well. His crossing's not good enough. Big up, John. Um, his crossing's not good enough. He couldn't beat the first guy. He had some good corners where they came in quite good. He got shitted off the ball easy. His passing wasn't always there. Yeah, he works hard, but we can't knock Mason Mount for that. But I just expect more from him. Like, I expect more from Mason Mount, the player that has just completely hit the level, hit the bars, put the bars high for himself. His standards of what we expect from him are high because he's done that as the footballer. And we haven't seen it this year. He hasn't been that good. Mason Mount has just not been that good. Not to say that he's crap, but he's in the same boat at the moment with the others when it comes to consistency in their performances. He's not consistently been very good with his performance. That's my point. And I expect more from him. I do. I know people go like Daniel or Johnny, if they're in the chat now. They'll go, why you put so much expectation on him? Blah, 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 blah. It's because he's done that himself in what he's been doing and what he's achieving. I don't know. I just thought he didn't have the most greatest game today. That is my opinion. I think he was no more than a 6. If you said a 5, I'd say okay. I would easily say a 5. Some people saying 5s in the chats now. 5, 7.8. Winter Surfer same 6.5. Big up to Winter Surfer. 6.5's work rate and chasing after players is why he gets a 6.5. But we know that's about Mason Mount. 6. I mean, are you guys happy with his performance? Mason's not been good for the past 5 to 6 games. That's what Alfie's saying. And this ain't a dig. This ain't saying he's crap and Chelsea needs to sell him. It's just that I just expect more. Mount, like Pulisic, is young but really talented. Don't give up. Yeah, no, it's not about the giving up thing. It's just, for me, the reason why we won't win the league. And there's 300 people here. And I continue keep saying this on my channel. We haven't got a forward line that's consistent enough to put us in that bracket. When you look at Liverpool and Man City, and I'll throw Man City in it as well, they're clinical in front of goal. Look what Liverpool did today. They weren't great, but they relied on the Salahs and the Manes in moments where they were needed, and they got on the goal. And they weren't great, but they were there to do what we needed. I can't say the same for our forward line. I don't think our forward line, if you put our forward line in the position that Salah and Mane were for their goals for Liverpool today, I would probably go as far to say that they don't score all the time. Maybe a couple of times out of 10. Say if they're 10 of the same opportunity, I'd say you probably do it 3 times. Pull it in the back of the net. But they're just not clinical enough in front of goal. Let's get to 150 likes, people, please. I'm going to open up the line straight after we talk about Kai Havertz, who is the next person that we're going to get to. But I do want your thoughts and feelings on the whole game, not just about individual players as well. We're going to talk about Kai Havertz. Now, let me just make this clear to everyone. I know there's a lot of people on social media moaning about Kai Havertz. He hasn't played football since December the 11th. It's the last time he kicked the ball. Did he have the greatest of games today? No. Was his movement good? Yes. Did he make a nuisance of himself in the game? Yeah. Did he lose the ball a couple of times? Yes. His overall game wasn't good. It wasn't. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't Kai Havertz-esque. But he's still done a job. He's still done the job. And when we think about Christian Pulisic, and we think about him playing in a false 9, which we've had to do in past games, and how bad it was, and then you see Kai Havertz today, I'm picking Kai Havertz every day. Like, I'm going to be brutally with you guys. Yes, we need more outputs. Yes, we need more goals from Christian Pulisic. Yeah, I agree. Not Christian Pulisic, from Havertz. Of course we do. We need outputs. We need him to increase the bar for that. 100%. Can't defend it. I want to see more from him in front of goal. But he's, for me, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't as bad as people were making him out. 5.5 is fair. I'll say whatever I give Mason Mount is probably where Havertz is, to be honest, for me. If I said 5 or 6, it's the same for me. 6.5, 5.5, 6, 5. I'm sorry, Jim. Havertz was shocking to me. Loses the ball too much, and I can see him falling. Lukaku's boots this season, rating 4. I don't know if I can take you serious, though, Greyballs, because your comments on players that are playing very well, very odd sometimes, mate. Some of the things I heard you say. 4.5, 5.5. Don't understand why everyone complains about Havertz. He hasn't been great today, but he ain't bad. Played for ages, and he played the part of Kovacic's goal. He did. He got us the free kick. He won us the free kick out the side the box that led to Kovacic's goal. But I do expect more from him. All right, guys, let's get the lines open. Let's get your thoughts and feelings as well in the chat. Let's bang it in there. Was it 9:22? Yeah, we can get you in for a good 5. Let's get you all in. Now, the link is in the chat. We've got 290 people here, 126 likes. Let's try and get. Let me pin this quickly. The link is there for you guys. So if you want to click the link, it'll take you directly to me. Let's try to get 250 likes, guys. Let's push that 150 likes, Marks. Please, let's do that. Like I said, thoughts and feelings and opinions. Let's hear it. Leo, what are you saying?
I'd say it was an it was a good performance in the first half, I'd say. When we had those chances, some chances we needed to take, needed to score those. Could have been 4-2 this first half. Pulisic and Havertz took their chances. Good performance. Second half, I expected a little more. I think we should have capitalized when we came back. Good plays today. Kovacic, brilliant goal. Man of the match is easy. Havertz needs time to get back in the squad. He's been a bit rusty. And yeah, good performance. Better team.
Yeah, I hear you. Were you a little bit upset with not actually getting the win though, or would you be happy? Was you happy with the draw?
I would have definitely been more happy if we took the 3 points. Again, I think we should have done a little more in the second half. We were the better team, and we had really good chances that we should have put away.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I hear what you're saying. Alfie, how you doing, bro?
Go on, my brother. How you saying?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. What's your thoughts on the game then overall? Who was you impressed with, and what do you think about the overall game itself?
Before the game, if you said Chelsea are going to get a draw from this, I wouldn't have believed you, because with the certain things that are on with our club at the minute, you know, the players that are out, with how bad of form that we're on, I would have took a draw all day long. I was saying before the game to everybody, you know, like if we get a draw, I'll be happy with that, because, you know, like Liverpool, honestly, I thought we were going to get absolutely thumped today. I really did. But, you know, I think Liverpool fans are going to be angry. Are they going to be thinking, oh, Chelsea are in crap form. How did we not beat them and everything? But I think today shows, like, I was so happy when he dropped Lukaku today. Like, I'm very, very happy, because I've had enough of our club choosing the players over the managers. And it looked like to me that the players were playing for the manager today. Like, you know, they wanted it. And like when the camera went on Tuchel and he was like raising his arms at the fans, it reminded me of, you know, Porto, when everybody was against Chelsea to win that. They didn't think they were going to do it that season. His passion was there. And, you know, like I was happy with the performance today. I think Kante and Kovacic, oh my God, they
yeah.
were just...
Tell me about them. Tell me about how good they were.
They were just I mean, Kovacic on his day, I generally think he's an underrated player anyway, but I don't think he gets a lot of credit. Like all these delusional Arsenal fans, like comparing him with Thomas Partey. Get in the bin, man. That is so delusional. All these are, I mean, everybody knows they're the most deluded fans in the country anyway. But like, I think him and Kante, superb. That goal, oh mate, Jesus Christ. I mean. Yeah, it says it all. I think Havertz obviously didn't have a great game, but he lost the ball a few times, but then he played a part, obviously, to getting in Kovacic's goal. And plus, he ain't played in, like, God knows how long. Mason Mount, again, not good, but he tried, so I can't really have a go at him for that. Pulisic, God knows how he missed the first chance, but then he made up for it later on. Chalobah, do not know what he was doing heading that ball to Mane. As for the Quetta, when I saw him being played at right wing back, I thought he actually did pretty well today, if you ask me. You know?
Yeah.
Considering we don't have Reece James, I thought he pulled his weight today. But playing City next week or whenever it is, but I don't think we'll win. But like I said, I'll take a draw against them guys. But obviously a win, we need to win against them. But, be realistic.
Yeah, I think you spoke a lot of sense there, to be honest. I was a little bit upset that we didn't go and get all 3 points, and I did expect us to go and maybe potentially take it to a bit more in the second half. Even though I thought we played well in the second half, I just felt that they had the better chances. If you look at Mane and Salah's chance, they made it something out of nothing. I just feel like that's the one thing that we missed the most when you look at what's in our team. Our forward line's just not got that potent way about them where they can just make something out of nothing. And do you know what I mean? And it's like unless they get set up in front of goal and take a shot and it hopefully goes in the back of the net, then we don't really make much, if that makes sense, So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we should have won it though. To be fair, I think if you look at the way both teams played, I mean, we had more possession than everything, but they got their first goal from an error in our team, and we've conceded God knows how many silly, stupid goals this season from players making individual mistakes, and we got our goals from general goals coming from themselves, and it's like I think Mendy deserves some credit today. I think he's been conceding a few goals, and everybody's saying I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans like slating him, saying he's overrated, he's this, he's that. He's not. He made some very good saves today. We've got one of the best keepers in business, if you ask me. But let's just hope that good old Kepa, when he comes in, since Tuchel's came in, he's not really done anything bad. But let's just hope. Oh mate, I'm dreading that.
We'll see, mate. We'll definitely see. Kazim, what are you saying, bro? How was you? I know you've done a watch along on your show earlier. Let's try and get Kazim up to 200 likes. He's got his channel's called QNTV. So if everyone once they're off here goes and follows him, he does a lot of streams. So if you're not up to much and you want to get involved and have your say, go and check out Kazim. What are you saying?
Yeah, Jim, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thanks for help. Listen, bro. We should have won that game, bro. Individual mistake, FC. I think Mandy should have gone out, closed out Salah, easy. Chalobah, he made it just 2 minutes before the mistake. He made another mistake against Villa, who was poor. Him and Reece James. I said it, and I said it to you before. We're not good enough to win the league.
Yeah.
And it was Liverpool were there tonight, taken, bro. They were counter attack. They had 2-3 chances. So that's a different. Mane and Salah very clinical, bro. We don't have that. I mean, Pulisic got the ball. I was absolutely swearing, man. But you had that chance. You should be finishing it. But yeah, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with it. We wanted to win today. I'm not gonna lie. But there's one thing I want to see for sure. I don't want to see Jorginho in midfielder, bro. He slows things down. I'm a big. Do you agree with that?
No, I think you bring Jorginho on to slow down the game.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, just hear me out. I think Kova and I wouldn't Kante's fit, obviously. They got to play, bro. If we're gonna play attacking football, if we're gonna help with that, the three in the front, you've got to play Kova and Kante.
Yeah, and you bring Jorginho when you want to slow the game down.
I think, I think we need to learn when to play. I mean, look, Kante and Kovacic were very good today, but I do think it's very dependent on who we're up against, the team we're up against. You know, and today Liverpool played that higher line, and we needed pace in the midfield to win the ball back and be progressive. That's why Jorginho probably didn't play today. You know, I think Thomas Tuchel made the right decision against Liverpool on that
Would
one.
you play Jorginho against City?
No.
No,
The high press.
Definitely not.
I won't
No
play,
way.
man.
I just
They
think
don't have
about their
the press
attacking
time.
threat. Their attacking threat and the way Kovacic intercepts the ball as well. You think about like Sterling and all them in their team. Kovacic is the perfect man. Jorginho, I think you should start Jorginho against like the smaller teams, like including Tottenham. But like it's like like it's like like Kovacic. Yeah, I mean on his day he's one of the best midfielders in
Class
the
today, class.
Yeah, even in the world. But yeah, as I say, anybody who thinks Thomas Partey is better than him, get in the bin.
Yeah, but to be fair, Thomas Partey against City, he had a good game. I'm not gonna lie. Thomas Partey, I'm gonna say he had a good game. No comparison there, but he had a good game against City. But yeah, I think we definitely need to address that issue. DM, I'm a Declan Rice fan, but definitely going forward, we need to address that issue because it's already a matter how we've got an issue there. I think Jorginho, for me, his time is up.
Wow.
Football.
I know.
Time is up, but I mean, people got different view, but that's my opinion. Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Pen merchant.
That makes a lot of sense. Great Wall Stidder, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, doing good. Another good midfielder would be Basuma.
Basuma,
Brighton. I mean, that guy's sick, man. Dominated on midfield. Boy, he was excellent.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on
Yeah, the game was pretty good. Game was midfield. That was a really good midfield from Tuchel. Fucking hell. Yeah, Kante is just what a player.
Beast.
Yeah, best in the world.
Thiago Silva is so important. We need Thiago Silva.
I feel we needed a Lukaku today. We missed out on a bit of a Lukaku.
Yeah.
You did miss on. We did
Don't
miss
bring that
Lukaku
right
today.
into the conversation.
let's
mate.
not
We
talk
did
about
miss him.
Lukaku.
Well,
We did
listen.
I'm sorry, we missed him today. I'm just gonna say it.
Only when we crossed the ball into the.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to talk about it
We
because
didn't miss nothing today. We didn't miss any of that today.
I'm absolutely so proud of Tuchel. He dropped him today.
No, I'm happy. We know. I'm happy. He dropped him. I'm just saying.
Lukaku slows us down, mate. Up
ready.
top. Let's have
Havertz
it right.
is not
Slows
ready
us down, mate.
for us yet.
Of course,
He's not ready to start.
He put in a great
He's
shift
not
today,
ready to
Havertz.
start game in, game out. He's not
Havertz
ready.
was
Yes,
class
he is.
today,
Yes,
mate.
he is.
He's not. He's not ready.
Yes, he is.
Havertz is more than ready.
Do you know-
He was
do you know-
so poor today. He gave away the ball.
Why
Nah,
do you why do you not like Havertz but you stick up for CH? I don't get this.
He sticks
I
up
don't-
his itch. What?
You love CH.
You stick up.
No,
Where was it today,
No.
mate? Where was
You're
it?
delusional. You're
this is on
delusional.
the bench.
Where
No,
was it?
Havertz gives the ball. He scored he's got 3 goal contributions all season. You're telling me that I'm wrong?
You don't like
We
the
don't
guy
deserve
that's
Havertz,
Champions League.
It's what he does off the ball.
Yeah, Kai Havertz is a ball.
Lukaku does things off the ball.
Yeah, what he
No,
does,
he
what
don't.
Ziyech does off the ball is he disappears, bruv, like Houdini. That's what he does off the ball.
So
By the way, I'm
Minerals.
really glad that Tuchel's got power because Tuchel's the guy,
Goalie,
man.
goalie.
You need a
He did
back.
the right thing.
Of course, he's
Tuchel
got power. He's the gaffer.
If Lukaku wants to join into Milan so much, he can fuck off about that.
You know he changed his
There
Facebook
you
profile
go.
to Inter
I
Milan.
said
I think you shouldn't just mention Lukaku's name. It was all calm.
Yeah, just don't do Lukaku. I
Not
can't
meant
watch
to.
it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's just I had
My
to
bad,
kind of
my bad.
because Havertz was doing my
Do
nut
you know
today.
Lukaku changed his Facebook profile to Inter Milan?
No, that's false. Who uses Facebook one? He's probably left it. He couldn't be bothered.
Well,
Yeah, he
well,
has
he's-
left it. He has left it. He didn't change it in the first.
He
Minerals.
knows
Yeah,
probably what
yeah,
his
yeah.
Facebook
One
one.
second.
Can I just say, Mount was amazing off the ball today, man. The guy just won today.
Oh, my
Minerals.
God. Anyway, one second.
Incredible.
One second. Minerals, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Jim. You're right. You're right.
Not bad, bro. Listen, what was your thoughts on the game? And
Um,
I'm going to ask you a serious question. This is because I don't know if you heard what I said about Mason Mount.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly impressed with his game today. He did work hard off the ball, but I just still think he's not the same
Yeah, okay.
player as he was the season before. He's just not doing the Mason Mount that I saw. I think his performances ain't at that level. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'll talk about the game first because
Yeah.
I think everyone witnessed the best game of the Premier League season tonight.
Ooh.
By far, this was the most gripping
It's
on a
unreal.
knife edge. That it was electric. I was
Even
gutted
Gary
not to
Neville was
be
staying,
there.
wasn't he? Gary
Yeah,
Neville.
it was a proper. This is a game like where you watch the two teams going for the title. That's that was the magnitude and the kind of intensity of the quality of the game. Do you know what I mean? The levels of the game. So credit to Chelsea. Obviously, Lukaku selling us out like that, and he deserves to be dropped. The gaffer did what was right and landed his minerals.
100%.
And no one's bigger than the manager or the club or his teammates. So he's done the right thing. And personally, I think even if Lukaku was fit, I wouldn't have played him anyway. I said that about 3-4 days ago, before all this shit. The only reason I say that is to match Liverpool and the pressing, the intensity, and the movement. You need to pull Van Dijk out of positions and whatever his partner
he
was.
look comfortable today.
Konate, yeah. So Van Dijk, Konate, they were, if you notice, they were pulled out left and right all over.
Van Dijk was lost.
Whereas Lukaku doesn't do that. He just stays in the middle like a lump, like he normally does. But anyway,
there you go.
Look, the game itself, I thought to go 2-0 down was very harsh. I thought that Mane shouldn't have been on the pitch. He should have been off.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a red card, regardless. That was a red card. Everyone said it except Carragher. Obviously,
does it all the time as well. Does it all the time?
Well, the only reason he didn't get it, if there's any reason, there shouldn't be a reason,
early.
but because it was like early. 7 seconds in. Yeah.
But
it's full Taylor.
Should Mount have got a red card?
No, because the way Mount did it, he's a smart geezer. Do you know what I'm saying? He's the middle general. Yeah, the way he done it, he got away with it. If he'd stamped on him or really kicked him, then yeah, he would have got a red card. But he didn't do that. He knew what he's doing. He knows the rules.
I think Mane did the same thing. He knew he could get away with it. That's why
it's because he knew Anthony Taylor was reffing. That's why.
Listen, at the end of the day, Mane should have been sent off. I think Pulisic missed a sitter, and I think that you go 1-0 up there, and it changes the whole complex of the game. I think Liverpool have to come at you. It gives an even more high line for us to attack. But in the end, it went the other way, unfortunately, and they took their chance. Yeah, we know they're more clinical. Like Liverpool, Mane and Salah are more clinical, and Jota even. Yeah,
more composed.
It's just they're more clinical, and we ain't got.
That's true. That's what I said.
We haven't got killer instinct.
Yeah.
We've got it sometimes.
Not enough.
And players will like Mount and Kai Havertz in times of being clutch, and they bring out the moments, but it's not on a consistent level. Yeah,
we need Tammy back.
No, let him develop.
Salah and Mane is very consistent though. Salah in particular is very consistent. That's why he's best in the world, because he's very consistent.
I wouldn't look. I'm not gonna hold it against our front line, because at the end of the day, I think no matter what, we still created chances. And Liverpool, if you watch them, the way they actually did sit back and they got into their block, if you like, and they were quite hard to break down. So it was a tactical game. I think where I felt we should have gone for it was before we brought Jorginho on. And the moment he brought Jorginho on, I felt like
I think we lost it.
Well, no, it's not that we lost it.
It slowed the game down.
We lost our momentum.
When I watched it, that was my first initial thought. Oh, okay. But when I thought about it, he's allowing us. He's basically saying, "Sit back, Chelsea. Let them come onto us, and we will have to play them on the counter."
Yeah, hit on the counter.
Because even with us having all that possession before Jorginho came on, it was very hard to break them down. And we probably would have got caught out if he didn't make the change. So Tuchel did very well there, very well. And I think, in a way, a draw is a kind of fair result. I think Liverpool could have won it. We could have won it.
To go both ways.
It could have done. But both teams were weakened, and I think if they were both full strength teams, like if we had Reece James and Chilwell, there is no doubt in my mind we are fucking battering the Dippers. Yeah, we are battering them. Yeah,
definitely.
All right now, Trent Arnold, he was anonymous in this game. Simicas, he
got an
was
assist.
great in the game.
He got an
Yeah.
assist.
Yeah, and they got the assist, but throughout the game, he wasn't really causing us major problems.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
I think Simicast was
and
good.
Alonso
Kostas
was on.
good.
Hold on, Alonso was on that side. So if you're worried about anyone, it was going to be Alonso and Arnold, and he didn't really cause any problems. So that's credit to Alonso there. But Kovacic, what a fucking wonder goal!
He's a baller.
Absolute baller. Bought the minerals today. Was unbelievable with Kante. They can play in the pivot against City, as far as I'm concerned. They are ready to step up. I think we will, if we're on our game, and we get rid of the bad egg and ship him out, I think, and then clear the air. I think we can literally go and beat City at the Etihad. We've done it last season. We'll do it again. Mason Mount. You want to talk about Mason Mount? Mason Mount for me is always either a 7 or an 8 out of 10. For me, his off the ball work, his pressing, the way he was telling. I mean, Pulisic. Let's be real. Hold on, I got to land this because this really frustrated me. In the first sort of 25 minutes, Pulisic's pressing and off the ball was fucking shocking. Mason Mount was screaming at the geezer.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Kai Havertz was a bit off it as well, but that's understandable because he hasn't played since early December. But Pulisic was so poor, and they actually got that goal. The Mane goal came from Pulisic's poor pressing and being just left stranded. Now that he missed a chance, but forget that. I'm talking about how you press together from the front is very important, especially against Liverpool. Now Mount was exceptional at that. Now, if you noticed in the game, when Pulisic moved to the right, especially in the second half, Kai Havertz was moved to the left and not the middle, and Mason Mount was in the middle. So Mason Mount was put in the middle by Tuchel to lead the press. And that was the difference. That's why he stayed on 90 minutes. He was running all over the place. I don't think it's fair to criticise him in the sense that, he didn't do enough or this and that. The point is, when he got the ball, and it's not just him, it happened with Havertz, it happened with Pulisic. When they do get the ball, Azpilicueta and Alonso too slow getting in the position. So even when Kovacic got on the ball and Kante, they wanted to release it. Azpi's level with them. He's not ahead of them. So that was always a problem. And that will be a problem going forward because they're not quick enough up and down the channels. But for me, Mount, no one really got in a position for him to play a through ball. In the second half, he played it to Cho a couple of times and we caused them problems.
Gave the ball away a couple of times.
Yeah, he did, but I think everyone did. I think Pulisic did, Havertz did. You also
I just think they take too many touches sometimes. Yeah, the thing that gets me, Johnny, right?
They have no technical.
Our midfield, right? We build it up really quickly. We get it to Kante and Kovacic. We get it forward to Pulisic, Havertz, or Mount, and they take too many touches on the ball sometimes. And I just want to just release it quicker. Sometimes.
Yeah, but they can't. Jem,
they always need something to be created for them. They need to just.
Yeah, but they can't release it. They can't release it because the players that they would release it to, where you get breathing space to allow yourself to run off players, is down the wings and the channels. And down the wings and channels are your wing backs. And they were never. Yeah. If you look at Alonso and Azpi throughout the game, they were so worried about Liverpool's attack that they weren't physically able to get up the pitch to support the front line. So the front line has to hold the ball longer than normal, and that's why they might lose the ball and they get closed down because Liverpool press like fucking animals. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got to understand
so high up as well. You know, there was so much space. Even Van Dijk and Konate, they did not look comfortable playing that high up the pitch. I don't care what anyone says. They like playing high, but I think that was just too high. For them. Yeah. They just looked vulnerable. Every time we moved the ball quickly through midfield.
Yeah, but do you know why? They did that. They did that because they knew our wing backs were pegged back. The moments our wing backs get out, then they're in trouble. Because that gives us an extra 2 men in our attack with our front three and a Kovacic, let's say. And then it's like a 5-on-4 situation or 5-on-3 situation, and then they'll get caught out. And that's what Tuchel was hoping for when he brought Jorginho on. So slow it down a little bit. Let Liverpool have possession, and then we hit them. But that's why I had Cho on. But, this all goes down to, I'm sorry to say, but Lukaku's the bad egg in this whole dilemma.
Get him out.
If you look at the mentality of the players, All right.
Free Tammy.
You could tell, like, I don't know if you saw Fatter's video of the players walking out. You could just tell. I think Mount was the only one that acknowledged the fan. Everyone else was just head down. Like, there's a bit of doom and gloom. And Tuchel done very well to get the lads to actually raise their intensity, play high pace game. The first half was electric. It was an unbelievable first half. Second half was expected, but. For me, Minnell's general amount, he's exceptional and he's justified to play 90 minutes. You take him off, and I guarantee Liverpool probably they wouldn't have that extra little bit of pressing to worry about. And then they got an extra free man to hurt us and get a goal. Mendy, shout out to Mendy with some great saves as well.
Do
you think he's at fault for that second goal for Salah? Do you think he went the wrong way? He maybe could have done better near that.
Not entirely.
He tried to guess. And...
No, Jim. He should have come out, bro. If he come out, make himself big, he closed the angle. He didn't do that. He stayed in his line. That's his problem, But we know Alonso. When he dropped his shoulder, he sent Alonso the wrong way. So he went to there and Mendy stayed. He should have come out, make himself big. He closed the angle, 100%.
On my Twitter, I've put a video of Tuchel when they were checking the VAR with Kovacic, and he was going absolutely fucking mental.
I saw that. Yeah, is that where he's going? Fucking go home or something like that.
He said, "Fuck you, let's go home." In other words, like if they gave it as a VAR decision and not a goal, he was ready to go home because he realises there's a massive campaign against Chelsea by the officials, by VAR, by all the other clubs. Pep's getting it all his way. He's getting everything his way. I'm telling you now. Pep. When we play Pep, we're fucking coming for them. We're coming for them at the Etihad, and we will beat Manchester City. I'm telling you. Even against the way we're playing with our fucking handicaps with Alonso and Aspie, we will go and beat them, bruv. All right, and we will bring the Minnells to City, bruv.
Game, Johnny. All right, Aspie had a good game.
Because no, he did. But what I'm saying to you is
he didn't
go in to play back-to-back high-intensity games is hard on those two players. But I still think we will go and beat City. All right, and let's have it right. Manchester City will drop points. Don't think they're going on a fucking 20-game winning streak.
Yeah, but how many points are they ahead? How many points are they ahead?
They've won the league. I'm sorry, but they've won the league.
They ain't won shit, bro. It's not over mathematically. They ain't won shit yet because it's not mathematically done. Let's have it right. They ain't mathematically won the league yet. Johnny, so nothing's done yet. And let's be real, Let's be real. The board have to go and get him some wing backs. They need to get rid of Lukaku.
Do you believe Chelsea will spend, Johnny? Do you believe Chelsea will spend?
Yes, they will. They have
when
to.
did they not spend? What?
They have to. You're not going to have Reece James or Chilwell for the rest of the season. You have to.
Reece James is only a month.
Yeah. Nice. 6 to 8 weeks.
3 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
He's out. Reece James is out, bruv. He's out for six weeks at a minimum. He's out.
No, apparently he's out for 3 months.
To get match fit, so it can take up to 10 weeks.
It's going to take ages, bruv. So at the end of the day,
rehab as well. Rehab.
Listen, we need wing backs. Chelsea. We're going to see if Chelsea back Tuchel now. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see what happens tomorrow with that rat. And then let's see how we move on from there because he needs to go. I'm sorry, he needs to go.
Yeah.
Laddie, what are you saying, mate?
Who would you bring in if you sell Lukaku?
1 second, W. Laddie,
I'll bring if you can't get Haaland, get that Vlahovic or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I like Vlahovic. He's a good
Jonathan
player.
David.
Yeah.
Jonathan David.
But apparently he's worth. They want him for 60 million. 60 million.
Yeah, but people are waiting for his contract.
Oh, another thing. They'll bring back Billy Gilmore because we need his fucking Minnells in the middle of the park.
What about Armando Broja?
We need Billy Gilmore first. Let's get him back.
Go in, Prime. Let's let Prime talk. What are you saying, Prime?
That game went a lot better than I expected.
Okay.
I thought with stuff going on and injuries in key areas that Liverpool would be able to just run us over. And to be fair, going into the game, they probably should have. And I think great performance from us probably could have won the game. But from them, it's a poor result, especially since we're still above them as well. But yeah, great performance from Kante and Kovacic in midfield.
Facts.
The Salah goal, I don't know. I just think it's just a brilliance from Salah. We've seen him do stuff like that 5, 6 times this season. So I don't think it's a thing where you can have a go at Mendy or Rudiger or Alonso. Maybe they could have done better, but he's kind of inevitable. Great goal from Kovacic, wonder goal, and a goal from Pulisic. Like it was a entertaining game from the neutral. I was going into the game, I was expecting us to lose 2-0. The fact that we were down and we still came back up showed a great fight. We move on in the City game. Hopefully we can beat them, because from these 2 runs, I wanted us to win one and at least get a draw. And we've got City. I think City's the next game. Let's see.
You predict us to lose, Prime?
Yeah. I consider everything going.
Okay.
Snake.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I mean,
right.
we got Tottenham next, haven't we? On Wednesday, I think it is, and then we've
Yeah, the semi-final.
that's a cup, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to bury another rat in Conte. And if he wants Lukaku, fucking go and take him, mate, gladly.
Nah, they won't get Lukaku. They won't get Lukaku.
I know we won't sell him to them, but it'd be nice to just wet his pants a little bit, get him excited.
Would you guys bring back Rose?
Yeah, who would buy Lukaku though? Who's going to buy Lukaku?
I think I've heard Juventus. I've heard Juventus are interested.
Hassan,
I don't think they got money for.
what are you saying, Hassan?
Nothing much again, but the game, I don't know, man, before the game happened, like when all our fullbacks became injured and we literally had to play. We had to play our, you could say, our rotation defense in terms of, or almost a B team defense. I was thinking that Salah and Mane probably licking their lips, and I was expecting us to get battered. As soon as Salah and Mane scored, I mean, I predicted that would happen, and I thought it was a game over. But like everyone said, man, that Kovacic goal, what a goal that was, man. Arguably goal of the month, if not.
No, it's goal of the season, Hassan.
If not goal,
it's goal.
I think it is goal of the season.
Do you remember the Canio, the West Ham goal?
That's an outside of the box Van Basten volley, bro.
Do you remember the Canio goal?
That's a Van Basten, both feet off the ground volley, bro.
It was like that.
You don't see goals like that, bruv. You just don't see them.
It's goal of the season.
It is goal of the season.
Only Timo Werner can do that.
And you got to look at the opposition as well. It's against Liverpool.
It was what a goal that was, and the final 5 minutes of the first half, we managed to pull it back, and ideally we should have Pulisic should have buried the first chance that he had, but I don't know, man. Like the defense kind of scares me because we consistently be making silly mistakes which cost us goals. And when's the last time we got a clean sheet? I can't remember. We've always been leaking on. This is kind of worrying. I mean, the only positive is we came back with a draw, and that's the only positive. It could have got very ugly. I mean, besides, I would say Spurs, and basically this week and probably half of next week, we've got I would say stress-free type of games. And once they're gone, then we're back to City. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I think we're gonna lose to City. I'm pretty sure they would have their full squad back.
You ain't got the minerals, Hassan. You can't
Pep ain't got the minerals to beat Tuchel, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Let's have it right. Tuchel done him 3 times back to back. Yeah. They played like that was their Champions League final against us at the Bridge, and we had 4 players out in that game. Yeah,
we better not play 3-5-2 in that game. As well.
That's the difference. If we got Thiago Silva, there's always a chance.
Listen, City are the most boring. I'm gonna say it now. City are the most boring fucking team in the Premiership right now. Even Burnley play nicer football, bruv.
Burn.
What?
They're boring. They're boring as hell, bro.
City best team in the country, bro.
They're boring, bro.
For Tottenham?
Oh man, come on, you can't say that, mate. You can't say that.
They are, bro. I've watched City. I get bored watching them, bro.
Johnny, I'm telling you now, City will beat us. Especially,
we're gonna see, aren't we?
Help me out.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna play the cup, Johnny, against Tottenham, and he's gonna wear us out. And after that, we'll play in City, mate. They're gonna be fresh. They're gonna beat us.
Yeah.
Listen,
if we drop Havertz and play Ziyech, we'll win.
I love being the underdog. I love it, and that's what Chelsea's about, bro.
What are you saying?
Yeah, let's have it right.
The hype man.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. I thought Liverpool pretty much did nothing. Let's be real. Barring the 2 goals, I think we dominated pretty much the whole game. Not dominated. Had control of the whole game. I thought Chalobah I think you can't really blame him. He is young. He's still learning, developing. But I think,
Facts.
barring that a mistake, I think he was very good. I think he actually kept Mane quiet for most of the game before he
And
got
Salah.
subbed off. Yep. So yeah, I thought the defense was good. I thought Alonso did a job. Aspie was decent. The midfield was excellent, and the front three, I think Havertz. I think we look a lot better
Oh shit.
when Havertz is up front.
Oh.
We look a lot better when Havertz up front. I think there's more chemistry. Even if it's not really a goal threat, it looks way more cleaner and smoother. Especially when you're playing teams that like to press you. It helps when there's someone who moves the centre backs. I think Pulisic in the second half was a lot better. I thought in the first half, even though he scored the goal, I think it was awful. Mason Mount did a job. I think you can't blame him for today. I think he did his job.
Yeah.
He's at high energy.
Yeah, Minerals teammate.
Yeah, of course.
Johnny's a funny guy, man. Honestly, Johnny's a funny guy.
That's all you have to say. I think we probably should have won, though. Let's be real.
Yeah, we should have won that game, bro.
We should have won.
Because we're at home.
Fair result.
We don't have the forwards to win.
That's the only negative for today. We maybe should have won, but yeah, you can't.
If we would have had Timo Werner, we'd have won that game.
No,
I agree.
I reckon they're hacking Ziyech
Hat-trick.
He would have loved that space. He would have ate
Yeah,
that space
he
up.
would have loved that
I've
space.
seen Timo at his best. Trust
No,
me.
no,
Don't diss Timo Werner, man, the king.
Bro,
Listen to
everything
it.
If he must not be named started, we would have
everything
won.
Timo can do, Havertz can do, bro. I've said this so many times.
Nah, not the way
Yes,
Timo
yes,
done
yes.
it, man.
No, the same.
Couch, what you saying, brother?
Yes, Kings. What's going on, fellas? You good?
Yeah, all good,
Yeah, bro.
all good.
Good to hear, man. Good to see you guys as well. Yeah, I thought it was a decent game, to be honest. There's one thing you could take from this game is Tuchel. That was a galvanizing performance, man. Like so much turmoil surrounding the game. To come back, show the character to come back, fight back, and pretty much boss the game from there out. Like it's galvanizing performance, something we can definitely build on with the squad. As far as Chalobah goes, honestly, I think that what we saw in that game was basically just down to him just not trusting his hamstring. Like he doesn't trust his hamstrings, so he went with that header because his hamstring's not good, and no surprise that he goes off with a hamstring injury not too long after the fact. So, what's this?
Mount has 2 Barkley goal assists against the Big Six in 3 years. Even Cover, J5, and Kante each have more from them than that, despite being sixes in probably half the game.
Why would we bring that up, Jim?
To the
Why would you bring that up? Why would you bring
Why
that
would you bring our top goal scorer up like
Six
that?
out-
Disrespect him.
Open play, top goal scorer.
Completed.
He's
20 out of 62
he's our top
He's the
goal scorer
concrete.
from
He's
open
the
play,
concrete.
bruv. So I think we need to show a bit of respect to Mason.
I do think that was poor today, though. I don't think he was at his best.
I swear he also has
He
more
wasn't
goals
at
as
his
well.
best, but that's not really
It's
something
not
to slight him for, you know. Like
No.
The set piece is just awful
whatever.
today.
He wasn't at his best. We didn't have
I
the
don't know
best
why.
performance from our front three, but all in all, I thought that we had the run of the game and we played
7
well.
out of 10.
We played well. You know, I don't even think he was a 7 out of 10 to be honest, but
That's always the lowest
I
7 out of
called
10.
him
we played well enough to win that game.
I gave him a 6.
I think I give him about a 6 as well.
He's a 7 or 8 out of 10.
He's a 5.56.
That's his middle name, 7 out of 10, bruv. Middle name.
Minerals.
Go on,
I
Couch.
give Tuchel all the props though, man, because that guy actually went into that game looking to win it, not just to look to sit back and try and draw.
Minerals.
If you notice our attack, how many times do we have 5 men attacking their box?
Yeah.
Alonso
High energy.
providing the width, and the way Liverpool defend, they defend really narrow. So there's a lot of space out in the flanks for us to get guys down the flank and then look for that the crossing ball to the back post. Like, how many times was Alonso all by himself there? And on a better day, he scores. But man, there were so many decent runs off the ball. Like, I thought we played really, really well against a big opponent. One of the few
Especially
times
first
we lost in a while. So, I mean, this is a performance that you can build on, man. This is one that you can look back to and say, listen, number one, nobody's bigger than the club. Number two, we have these performances within us. We can build on this. And yeah, like Tuchel is going to take this performance and now be able to tell these guys, we can bang with anybody.
We don't need Lukaku, bro.
This is now that we have this on
Bowling
tape.
goalie.
Yeah,
I'll
but
bring back
Couch, my brother. Going forward, I think in order for us to catch Man City's quality, bro, there's a lot that wood in the club. We need to get rid of a lot of players, bro.
Would you guys bring back
in order for us
I'm
to
telling you
challenge?
this.
Too many
If you're talking
players
about this
that are
year-
not good enough.
If you're talking about this year, because the only way we catch Man City is if they slip up.
No.
We're not going to be able to catch them.
And I understand.
Yeah, but
I
going
spoke to
forward-
Jim before. I did Man City will win it. The issue is, right, the quality, bro.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't-
as you said, their
We've got
quality.
too many,
They have an
we've got
illegal
too many
team.
players. We've got too many players. Big
Bro,
squad, but they're not good
They
enough.
have an illegal team. They've cheated to put that team together. And you want us to compete with a team that's illegally assembled.
Yeah.
It is illegal.
What did he say?
And if they
They
had
cheated to
at
put that
least
team
like
together. Yeah, they did.
20%, bruv. If they had 20% of the injuries we had, if they lost the Cancelo,
Yeah, they got
and
a good squad, man.
No,
No, they've got a good
come on,
squad depth.
Tony,
They've got
man,
good
come
squad
on. They
depth.
got a
If
big
they-
good
No,
squad,
if
bro.
they lost,
They have been a bit lucky.
listen, Pep's system, his wing backs are very fucking important. If he lost, and he spent what 400 million on left back and wing backs, he spent something ridiculous on wing backs, bruv.
Yeah.
If he lost his two best wing backs for the rest of the season, they ain't performing the way they are, bruv. They are going to drop points. It's natural.
Hypothetical.
They missed Kyle Walker against
Listen.
Arsenal.
If he lost Cancelo, right? And he say he lost whoever, Laporte,
Kyle Walker.
Nathan Aka there, Kyle Walker there. It's too. The squad is big, bro, and quality. We don't have.
Their squad is quality. That's the difference.
Yeah,
See if they-
we don't have that,
There's a
bro.
lot of
And
better.
listen. They're always the benchmark. Always, is Man City. In order for us to win the league, we've got to be better than Man City.
Well, they're
But here's the
the
problem with that.
benchmark.
Like, how
They're
do
the
you-
The player we
benchmark in
have,
England, but not
a
in
lot of
Europe.
player we have,
They ain't the
they're not
benchmark
good
in
enough.
Europe.
How many times did they breach financial fair play to build that squad? That's something
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I
Like,
agree with that. And they
you're
haven't
asking us to compete against a team that has been illegally assembled.
Can I just land this?
And
Yeah.
match their
Can I land this? Can I just
Yeah,
let
go on,
can I let everyone realise, bruv?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that Pep Guardiola has had his team for 6 years, maybe more. I don't know. I think it's 6 years. All right. He's had and like Klopp, Tuchel's come in. All right. 4.5 months on Champions League. He's come in this season. He has had multiple COVID cases.
Fact.
All right. He's had multiple injuries
Minerals.
in key areas. He's got multiple contract negotiations. He's
Fact.
got his 100 million star signing fucking ratting us out. No manager.
Johnny,
hold on, bruv. Hold on. Whether
Okay,
you're
okay,
Pep,
come on.
whether
Come
you're
on.
Pep or whether you're Klopp, bruv, and you put them in the hot seat of Thomas Tuchel right now,
Yeah.
they ain't having us second in the league, bruv. I'm telling you that now.
Right. You finished. Listen,
with
Johnny.
that
listen.
amount of time with the club, no chance. No chance.
Okay, listen. If we have a fit squad, bro, I'm telling you right now, we won't win the league. I
We'll
tell
be
you
top
why.
of the league. We'll be top.
No,
of the
we
league.
won't. You're wrong, bro.
What do you
It's
mean? We
not
were
how to
top of
start.
the league
Listen,
before injuries, bruv.
Yeah,
Before-
it's not how to start. It's how to
Before
finish.
Chilwell, bruv, we were top
Our
of the league.
first team
bro.
to
What
win
are you
it.
on about? You're waffling.
Let me finish.
waffling. You're chatting was no minerals there.
No, listen, mate.
Listen.
I'm a proper Chelsea fan, bro. I want to make.
No
my
one's saying
team
you're
to be
not a
the
proper
best.
Chelsea fan, bruv.
Hey,
But what I'm saying
listen.
to you is,
Let me finish, bro. Let me
before
finish.
Chilwell got
Let him
injured,
Let me
Finish,
finish,
we
Johnny. I'll let you
we were
speak.
running
Let
hot.
me finish. Let
Guys,
me finish, right? I'm a proper Chelsea fan, bro. I want my team to be the best team in the world. But I have to be realistic, bro, right? In order for us to win the league, we've got to have a better quality than Man City. Unfortunately, we don't, right? I'm not disagreeing, listen. If De Bruyne is injured, it's Silva there. If Amar is injured, it's Sterling there. Jesus is there. It's too many, bro. Which quality? We don't have that, bro.
All right, let me tell you this then.
I'm
Do
Grealish.
you think? Hold on, bruv. Hold on. Do you not think? Yeah. All right. Before I was at Leicester, and after that game, we played Juve, yeah, and we had Chilwell and Reece James absolutely dominating.
Yeah.
We were on something special there. We were cruising. We were ready to kick on, and we wouldn't have dropped points like we did, all right? But we lost Chilwell, right? But in between that period of losing Chilwell, we then lost James in and out. And I want to remind everyone, we had no Timo Werner, we had no Kai Havertz, and we had no Lukaku, bruv. And we didn't even have Caltech, bruv. Now explain to me, bruv, if City had four of their players in their front line, plus their Kante and Kovacic out.
And
They ain't
Jorginho.
they ain't going on this fucking run, bruv. Don't be deluded, bruv. That's six players, unbelievable top
Don't
tier
be silly.
players.
The truth
All right?
is,
That's the facts of the matter. Now, if Chelsea didn't have those, only had 2 injuries, for argument's sake, we would not be in this position we're
No,
in.
but Johnny, our squad depth has been found out a bit. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
but
Squad
bruv,
depth
no,
is poor.
listen,
it's
it
not
will
as
be,
good
bruv, if you lose
as
fucking 3 of your strikers.
at fullback, we've only lost our first
Who
choice.
has more
We haven't
than
even.
who has more than 3 strikers in their squad, bruv? Tell me, how many strikers has City
We should
got,
bring
bruv?
back Omar
They got
De
none.
Bruyne.
They got no strikers.
Right, they got no strikers. So take Jesus, Torres,
Yeah, they wanted.
and De
Can I
Bruyne.
come in now, Johnny?
Hold
Can I come
on.
in now?
Take De Bruyne,
Okay.
Jesus, and who's the other striker they got? Not striker, full time. De Bruyne. Let's take De
Grealish.
Bruyne, Jesus, and
Foden.
Torres.
Grealish.
All right, you
Alright.
take those 3 out, bruv. Right, and they got to go on a 7-game run. Yeah, and then in the middle of the hold on, Jem. No, and in the middle of the park, you're going to take out a
Rodri.
Rodri, right? Be like
Silva.
that's like our Kante or Kovacic, yeah. Oh, and they've only got
Silva.
Fernandinho, right? And then we've lost Kante and we've lost Kovacic
And
and
Jorginho.
Jorginho's playing with back pain, all right, with fatigue. All right, so you got to take all these facts in. City haven't had to deal with any of that shit, bruv. All right, let's have it right.
Johnny, you finished, bro? You finished?
Well, I think that's a major fucking point.
Listen, bro. Come on, bro. Let me talk.
That's a major fucking point.
Man.
Johnny, let me talk, bro. Let
me talk.
You need to
Let me talk.
Let him talk, guys. Go on.
listen. You need to understand it, Johnny. If we lose Kante, we're becoming an average, bro. Our midfield is not good enough.
Bruv, we got Jorginho
right
and Kovacic. What are you talking about? But we had both out.
You
had both out, bruv.
Wait, did you know what cover Jorginho gets for?
Listen. I just explained to you. If you take Rodri and Fernandinho, right, out of Manchester City's midfield, that is like taking Kovacic and Kante out of our midfield, bruv. Do you understand the value of that? Do you understand the value of that?
I give you an example. Right?
I've just given you the example. There is no other example.
No, you're not letting me talk. You're not letting Johnny. Listen,
talk, man.
If you I give you a little example, yeah. If you took Rodri out, they can put John Stone there. He can play 6, bro.
Fernandinho.
Are you fucking mad? Stones? Did you say Stones?
You didn't see him playing that before. You didn't see it. Cancelo can play that.
No, he's not. He's not six,
Zinchenko.
bro.
He hasn't got a clue, bro.
Good
He's
to
not
have
a
hand,
six,
but
bro.
not
He's
that
not a
good.
six,
Why are we talking
bro.
about Man City anyway? Can I
Yeah,
just get
there's-
involved? Why are we talking about
That
Because they got away with it. They got away with it, bruv. They
We're
got
probably
no
going to get
injuries.
spanked
They're
anyway next
cruising,
week for
bruv.
them. So.
They got
I'm
away
not-
Alfie,
with
what are you
it.
saying, man? What are you saying? Come on, Alfie. Speak to me, Lewin.
The reason why people talk about City is because it's our next game. Everybody's thinking, "Oh, are we going to lose? Are we going to win or what?" Look,
No, we're not going to lose.
But look, my opinion about it is that
Money.
We ain't losing. We ain't losing, bruv. I'm telling you, we ain't losing that game.
listen, like with hearing what you two were saying, I agree that my personal opinion anyway, if Chelsea have their strongest 11 out, with Chilwell, Reece James on the side, Kovacic, Kante in the midfield, the strongest back, 3, whatever. I personally believe we will beat any team, hands down. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
Any team.
For me, like when we played City at the beginning of the season, we only lost 1-0. It came from a stupid, rolling.
Yeah, and who did we have playing, Geezer? Who wasn't playing in our team?
And we played
Chilwell.
No Mount, no Kante,
No Reece James.
No
Reece
Chilwell.
James,
Yeah.
no Chilwell. So that's a big. That's your fucking. That's your minerals there.
Hear me out, yeah. But the thing is, like, another reason why we lost that game was because we played 3-5-2 for whatever reason. We didn't play our strengths. We beat City 3 times last season from playing 3-4-3, and like our strengths. Yeah,
I agree.
And but
I'm playing a false 9.
And a false 9 as well. We don't play that.
That's some W.
But the thing is, it's like I agree with I don't know what his name is, QNTV. I agree with him that the fact that the only reason if our squad, our strongest lineup with Reece James and Ben Chilwell, they're probably the 2 key players in our team for the way we play and score goals.
I agree.
But I agree with QNTV at the fact because people say Chelsea have depth. We do, but the depth we do have is nowhere near on level.
It's not good enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
If we had at least 2 or 3 more wing backs that help us play, we had some
DM.
and another
right.
DM, because we can't just rely on Kante and Kovacic all the time, yeah. But if we had 3-4 more players, we would win the league. But
What was the reason? What was the reason Billy Gilmore went on loan? Tell me.
Facts.
No idea. No idea.
There is no reason. He shouldn't have gone on loan. That's the
Gilmore requested to leave, and then Tuchel
hold
said
on. I'll tell you why he went on loan. I'll tell you why he went on loan. Because he wanted minutes, right? Fair play. Tuchel wanted him to stay, but he knew that he had Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho all in front of him. All right. So for this going forward in the season, Tuchel knew that they were the first teamers. They were going to get rotated, all right. And then they brought in Sol, okay, as a last minute filler for Billy Gilmore. Yeah, who's shit? We know. But all right. At the end of the day, that was the you're only playing 2 in that position, all right. So that means you got 2 for cover and 2 to play. That's enough for rotation. But no one fucking predicted you're going to have 2 at the most free out for about 6 games, 7 games.
Kante's always going to get injured.
So that's
Even
the first
Kovacic
thing.
is injured,
That's the first thing. The second thing is no one predicted Chilwell and Reece James were going to be out for the rest of the season, and especially Chilwell. So those 2, you've got backup for those 2. They can play predominantly the whole part of the season, right? And your backup is Alonso. Your backup is an Asby or a Caltech, yeah? But Tuchel's been robbed of those options. Completely robbed. So it's not about squad depth, bruv. It's about being fucking crippled by injuries.
No, you're mistaken, bro. You're mistaken, bro.
What do you mean, no? How many fucking wing backs has Man City got? What you saying?
Johnny, I tell you what. Listen, Johnny.
Is that what you're telling me, bro?
I like you, bro. I love you, bro. But you got to listen. Yeah, right? You got to listen. Listen, Johnny. It's about club structure. Manchester City have a club structure. They have a system and the way they're running, right? We don't have that. We quick fix the FC. We need to win things quickly. Yeah, and if we don't do that,
you're talking about a whole different discussion now. You're talking about the ball, bro.
Explain it, bro. I mean, you got to listen, Johnny, right? You got to listen, bro. We quick fix FC, right? If we didn't win things quickly, we will get sacked, bro. This club got structure, got world-class manager. They give him a project for 4 or 5 years, and after that, they assess him after 4 or 5 years. We don't have that. If Tuchel don't have win things very quickly and finish top 4, he'd be in the pressure, bro. That's different, bro.
No, but my point is, without these injuries, bruv.
That's why Man City win the
league. But they spent 500-600 million, bruv.
Yeah,
what do you expect?
We spending a lot of money as well. Listen, Man City win
anywhere near them, bruv. They're at the top.
Man City win the league every year or every 2 years. We win the league once, and we go to Sibir for 5 years, and we try to win it again because we don't have a structure, bro. We quick fix FC. I told you.
I know. Listen, I'm the one, bruv. I'm the one that said that our board never backed Tuchel. I've said it all last.
I agree with you, Johnny. There's nothing back.
That's not why I'm arguing here. I'm not disputing that. You're bringing that up for irrelevant reasons, bruv. No, it does make sense, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying to you is, if we didn't have the injuries, the key injuries to our squad, right? All right.
So Man City will still win the league because you've got bad quality. You're missing the point, bro.
Hold on, bruv. If we didn't have those injuries, all right, to the wing backs, because the wing backs are the most important part to this whole fucking system, all right.
Facts.
Now we got crippled by losing Chilwell and James, all right. Now if we had those 2 players, all right, Alonso and Asby is enough backup, bruv, to get us through this season. It's enough, all right. You cannot say it's not enough to get through the games.
Right? To win the league.
Right? Yes, it is enough to win the league. All right.
No, it's not.
In my opinion,
that's what I'm saying, Johnny.
Hold on,
bro.
You got lucky.
Listen, Manchester City, bruv. Manchester City. List me out their wing backs. Name me their wing backs.
They got the best wing back in the planet.
Name me them. Tell me them.
Bro. Cancelo's the best player.
Cancelo, Walker are the best 2 on the planet.
All right, Cancelo.
He's in his position. He's versatile. He can play anywhere.
Name me them. Cancelo, Walker.
Walker, fastest player in the Premier League. One of the fastest players in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay, Walker. Nathan Aka can play there.
No, he's not wing back.
Zinchenko can play there.
You've said Zinchenko. You said Zinchenko, Walker, and Cancelo. Who else?
I told you Nathan Aka can play there. Nathan Aka can play there.
No. Who's their wing backs, bruv? Their wing backs. Their actual wing backs. Who are they?
I just told you now.
They're 3. They're 3 positions. They're 3 players. There must be a 4th.
Mendy's
Mendy, but he doesn't really play anymore.
Yeah, but Mendy's banged up in prison, isn't he? So they got three wing backs.
Yeah,
is that what we're saying? They got three wing backs.
Basically 3.
All right. So who's injured? Who's injured out of them?
The thing is, they don't play wing backs, though, do they? Really, when you think about
Yeah.
it.
No, he does. He plays invertedly. He plays inverted.
No, they don't play the way we do.
They do. They invert, bro.
Back 4.
They invert, bro.
Can I
It's a 4-3-3. Yeah, go on, Pram. Go on.
Well, City's past like few games, I think maybe past 5 games or so. In a few of them, they haven't they've been playing. I think one game they played John Stones at right back or something. They played Nathan Ake out there and stuff. So they and City's squad, when you actually look at it on paper, it's actually smaller than ours and Liverpool's. But they rotate, and Pepper's been allowed to actually build.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not had injuries. That's my point. He ain't had the injuries like we've had. If he had 4 major injuries like we had and COVID all at fucking one period, I don't think you think their squad is as good as it is, bruv.
No,
but he hasn't had that test, is what I'm saying.
Depends on where it is. That's my point.
Yeah, but he hasn't had that test, Gem, at all.
Fair point. But also, if we had a better squad, because again, City squad is smaller than ours. If theoretically, if they had, but the in numbers it's smaller. So theoretically, if they had COVID or whatever, yes, it might hit them worse. But because they've been allowed to build their squad perfectly to what they need, they can rotate players in. Like I said, they haven't been playing. Some games they just won't play with a left back. They have a centre back in there, and it still works because it's within their system.
Again, they haven't had their whole front line, bro.
You know what? Here's the easiest way to answer it. Prime.
Hold on. No,
go ahead.
I'm using the point of Tuchel needs to be afforded time to build his squad. Needs to be afforded time to build his squad.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, instead
Johnny, I said
it over and over again. Tuchel is a world-class manager.
I know he's world-class, bro. But he got given a fucking lump of wood up front instead of getting an actual...
Tuchel wanted Lukaku.
He didn't fucking want him, bruv. He didn't want him. You don't fucking know that. Have you watched all his interviews on Lukaku, bruv? Does it look like that's his player, bruv?
Let's not talk about him.
Have you seen how he talks about Neymar, bruv, compared to Lukaku?
Yeah, that's because it's Neymar.
Johnny,
No. The admiration, bro, for the player is what I'm talking about.
Would you guys
bring
signing, Broja?
Broja?
Broja's a baller, man.
No, I wouldn't. Because again, I keep saying
next season.
As a second striker, maybe.
He's quite raw, though. He needs a lot of work.
Listen, Broja's playing very well where he is at the moment. Just let him do that.
Next season, I said. Next season.
Let him do this thing on loan.
Because he's creating a divide in the team and it's fucking pissed everyone off.
Talking about Broja.
Next season, I said.
We're not talking about Lukaku. Relax.
Look, Broja's playing with Southampton and he's getting his minutes under his belt and his experience of Premiership. But coming to Chelsea is a different fucking ball game and pressure. And it's not fair. I'm not doubting he's got minerals. But he needs to play. He needs to play the minutes. It's his first time playing Premiership football at this level. Let him play. All right, just let him play.
Let him learn.
I said next season.
Next season, we have to see how we get on and
depends
what
who we go
players
out
we
and
bring
play.
in.
We do need more strikers though, because even if we get rid of Lukaku, which we probably will, and we bring in another striker,
good shots,
we need another striker as well.
Yeah, we have to sell Werner, bro.
Trust me, we're not getting a high tier.
I'll keep Werner for the rest of his career, bruv, at Chelsea than Lukaku, bruv.
Next year, Werner.
Yeah, big up Werner. Easy.
Werner's a baller.
Next year, goal scorer.
He's intelligent, man.
Werner has got better off-ball movement than Lukaku, mate.
Yeah.
That's because Lukaku's strength was holding up the play.
Holding up what, bruv? All he does is hold up our fucking play, bruv. He doesn't do anything.
Johnny, going forward, going forward, you won't forgive Lukaku. You give him second chance. Everyone deserves second chance.
No, because he's refused an apology, bruv. He doesn't think he's done anything wrong, bruv.
And apologize, like Johnny.
Yeah, why would he do a fake apology?
Why would you apologize?
What do you mean? Why would he apologize?
What is it going to amount to? Like, what
exactly.
Does that
He's already said it.
He has
he
to.
Would have said PR. He would just be like, "Oh, that's PR."
He has to stand in front of all his teammates like an idiot, bruv.
Press conference.
Stand there wearing his little dress and fucking apologise, bruv. That's what he's got to do.
For the rest of the season.
I don't think he's worthy. He's not worthy to wear the Chelsea shirt. He's not worthy.
I reckon he'll be on the bench against Tottenham. next
Can I
game.
just
I think he
He's
starts.
not
He'll
worth
start.
it.
I think he'll start. He'll start.
I think he'll start. Yeah.
Can I just say, yeah, when it comes to Lukaku, like I'm going to go after I say this.
Lukaku.
But
Yeah,
listen,
go
what
on.
I'm going to say is, yeah, people say about Lukaku. I saw something on Instagram or something the other day. I saw a Chelsea fan, comment saying Lukaku's just as disrespectful as Diego Costa was to the club, and I think that was disgusting. Like how? Because Diego Costa, yeah, he had a bit of an attitude, whatever. But do you know what he did? He stayed at Chelsea, respected his contract, and actually scored goals. Lukaku,
Yeah,
and can I just say, yeah, Lukaku's 28 years old. He's meant to be in his prime. He's failed to score. He failed before he scored
He
against
scored
Villa.
6 goals, didn't he?
Before he failed to score against Villa, he didn't score in God knows how many games. I don't see any excuse because Cristiano Ronaldo is over 35 years old and he's banging goals in for Man United. He's got more goals than Lukaku has. So I don't want to see anybody backing him.
Question.
Yeah.
When Costa was trying to go to China, did he apologize for that after? Did anyone hear an apology?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he did. So that's what I'm saying. The apologies don't matter, man. It doesn't.
Yeah. You know,
Do
that's
you know
right.
what? Do you
It's
know
about
what?
what you
Yeah,
do on the pitch.
I'll tell you why it does matter because with Diego Costa, he was offered 500 grand a week. All right, that's the first thing. Now, any player, I don't care who you are, your head is turning for that amount of money. All right,
Yeah,
don't be an idiot to not think that. All right, because the game's about money. All right, Lukaku's proved he's a mercenary. If Inter Milan offered him the 300 grand a week, what he got 360 grand a week that Chelsea gave him, he would have stayed at Inter Milan. All right, and if he loved Inter Milan so fucking much, he should have stayed for half the money. Right,
come in the first place.
right.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have come in the first place. Now he's twerking for Inter Milan. He's disrespected his teammates and his manager. He's
No, but you're
about,
talking about this
he's
pay,
talking-
but he turned down Man City in this summer apparently.
Oh, apparently, yeah.
For more money, yeah.
Do you honestly think Pep Guardiola's butting Lukaku, bruv? Don't be stupid.
Oh, come on.
Don't be
I don't think he's
stupid. Don't be silly, bruv.
Many reporters have reported.
Don't be
This
silly.
is-
Don't be silly.
You see Lukaku in that
And
team
look-
tiki-taka football? You're having
No,
a bubble.
no way.
Pep's
You're
been
having a
chasing a
bubble.
striker for ages. Lukaku
Yeah,
first,
but that's not the right striker, man. Harry
They
Kane, I
wanted
can
Harry Kane in
understand.
the summer. Look how he is now.
Harry Kane, I can understand that profile. I can understand to an extent, but Lukaku does not fit City's profile.
Listen,
man.
No, I agree. James, thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish now.
Thanks,
as well,
everyone,
anyway.
guys. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good
See
night.
you, bro.
Take care. Bye.
Big up, cousin.
See you
Big
later.
up.
Shush.
Yeah, big up,
You're
big up.
telling me Kevin De Bruyne would want to play with Lukaku?
One second.
Because I think he would.
One second, bro. One second.
No, look at the way they play.
Tuchel's already came out after this game and said that Romelu Lukaku, he's having a meeting with him tomorrow, so that we will learn more in terms of is Lukaku available? Will he be available for the Tottenham game, or is he even going to be a part of this Chelsea team? I'm not too sure. I've got a feeling, and I think it might shock us a little bit that it may get sorted and you might see him in the team.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think there's a potential that you might see Lukaku playing. I'm not too sure that this was his last game. I mean, it wouldn't bother me if it was because I'm fed up with him anyway of all the shit I've seen the last 3 days. But if Tuchel deems that Lukaku is a part of this team and they do sort it out and Tuchel brings him back into this team, I am backing Tuchel.
He has to score though.
I back Tuchel, man.
I'm
If he
backing the
thinks
manager.
Lukaku's
I'm
good,
backing the
then
manager on his decision. If Tuchel
Yeah,
thinks
but Jem, what the thing to look out for is it an actual Tuchel decision or is it a
He's
board
got a meeting with
decision?
him tomorrow. He said he's having.
I know, but how are we going to know?
Yeah, but
How
who
are
else
we
is going to be
going to
in the
know?
meeting?
How are we going to know it's going to be a Tuchel decision? Is my point. No
Jem,
one's
who else is going to be in the
know.
meeting?
It's got to be one of the board, isn't it? You'd think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
It's not going to just be them two sitting there.
I don't think Tuchel.
It'd be like Czech,
I
wouldn't
don't
it?
think
He's a
Tuchel wants him now. I honestly, not because I'm pissed. I genuinely don't think Tuchel is remote.
He wanted Haaland up in case he is.
From the reports,
He up if he is. That's what I'm
from the
saying.
reports, he's livid, and you saw how Tuchel reacted
He is
on VAR.
livid.
You saw
Yeah,
how
but
he reacted on VAR,
Yes.
bruv. Yeah.
What I can see happening is
Imagine with Lukaku, bruv, what he feels now.
What I'm saying to you is be aware or be ready for the fact that you might see them sort it and that he could come back in the team because there is a possibility later, might not be now, but at a later stage that you'll see Lukaku still playing.
100%.
Yeah. It could just be like I'll play for me for the rest of the season, and then I'll let you leave or something.
Just be open-minded about it. I'm not too happy about it. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like I said, if the manager wants him in and they sort it out and they move forward, then we've just got to get on with it.
I think you're going to have a massive divide in the fan base till the end of the season if that happens.
Are we all back to
There already is a massive.
I don't think the way I see Tuchel, I don't think that would be. I think if it's his decision and he's been backed 100%, I think he's out the door, mate.
Fine.
Just
then
like Fergie.
I just want to warn everyone. I don't think even if we sell Lukaku.
And today's Tuchel's proved that he's a real fucking manager. He proved today. I know he's proved we know he's a great manager, but today he proved he's a great because we could have won that game. Everything was against us. He set us up. He managed the situation. He managed the press. We could have beaten Liverpool today, and Liverpool played very well. Like, let's have it right. They played well.
Let's make it opposite, though, because if he didn't score that goal, we weren't getting back in that game. We looked dead to the.
No, you got to respect the players, but what I'm saying.
I'll tell you what, the players showed they were on Tuchel's side.
Any other manager, and I think we
Liverpool literally did nothing. They got 2 goals out of nothing.
Class, I am going to finish because it's been nearly 2 hours, guys. But Classref just come through the door. Classref, what are you saying?
Land your minerals,
bro. Like, other than like this, issue with Lukaku, I don't like him as a footballer too. I think we don't need a striker in our club. The system Tuchel plays, he doesn't need a striker. Lukaku was not Tuchel's signing. The guy is just a big lump in attack. He's a liability for us. And I think we should just sell him to Newcastle, get 60-70 million. He can help them get out of the relegation. And even if, for example, if he comes back, right, his mental health, he's going to gain weight. And listen, he's not for our club. No striker is right for our club. We need pens. We need inside forwards. Usman Dembele, I'll do with it.
No injuries. We're talking about injuries.
Let's talk about the players' caliber, right? Listen, Havertz and Mason Mount are not. They need 2-3 years to be where they should be. What?
Just let him finish.
W, let him speak, man.
If we want to win a Premier League, even though I believe City doesn't deserve to win the Premier League because VAR are helping them. If today it wasn't Aspie, it was someone City player, Mane would have got the red card. I've seen a lot of City games. They are not a good team. I don't know how they are leading the title race. They don't deserve to win this year.
They don't even have a striker.
Yeah, but they're consistent. That's the difference.
Yeah, but Jem, they don't have a striker, and that's the point.
They control games. Arsenal is the only game I've seen where they have
players. Tuchel needs the players, bruv. Tuchel needs the players, right, to play the way he wants to play. Lukaku is not that guy. Sol's not that guy. Let's see. I've got no way of knowing. If it's a Tuchel decision to keep Lukaku, if it's to get rid of Lukaku, I think that's a Tuchel board decision. If it's to keep him, I think it's the board, bruv. I don't think it's Tuchel.
You can't say that.
They don't want to waste 100.
That's my gut feeling. By
the way, Haaland's not going to come anyway, even if we get rid of him.
Forget Haaland, bruv.
So
you can go and get someone else. You can go get someone else. I don't give a fuck who he gets. Just get someone else. Just get someone else that actually wants to play for Chelsea. All right, and wants to play for, and that is a Tuchel player that Tuchel wants. That's all I want. That's all I want from the club.
There's no more Mason Mounts out there, Johnny. We can't get any more Mason Mounts in the team.
Well, Mason Mount is our proper Chelsea's our future captain. So, you know what I mean? We only need one, mate. He's a generational talent, mate.
And have if you guys back a Tuchel, please stop saying he likes strikers. He doesn't like strikers. Ralph Nick doesn't like striker. This guy doesn't like strikers. Strikers are overrated. Like, just please stop it. Stop this propaganda.
Can I? Okay. Can I?
It's
Go on,
Verda
Prime,
overrated.
quickly.
That much
It's
is
Verda
true, though.
overrated.
I don't think that he's ever played with an out-and-out number 9.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true.
No,
real.
but what
Hardly
what
true
what
anyway.
what
Yeah,
we
go
do
on.
need?
Didn't he escape? Didn't he
1 second. Let him go. Let
Cavani
Prime
in
go.
the? Didn't he put
What?
Cavani in
Cavani
the
played on the
shadows?
wing, though.
He put
Guys.
Cavani in the shadows at
Yeah, he
PSG.
did, but he played him off the left sometimes.
Icardi.
But Prime, go on. What are you saying?
No, but
Cavani.
what we do need are like if the whole thing with a striker and not silver system, fine, whatever. What we do need, we need an elite creator and we need a goal scoring inside forward or a goal scoring false 9. Because if we're doing, because when again look at Liverpool, they don't play with a striker, but they've got their inside forwards who get goals. Man City get goals from everywhere along their front line. We don't have that on a consistent basis to fire us to the league. So forget the fact that it's Lukaku.
Who is
You
that?
can if you sell him and you replace him, which is fine. We still need whoever who comes in to be an elite level goal scorer.
Yeah, but with City, they play as a system, as a team.
As a team.
So when they get in the positions, any one of those players can be in those positions, and they create so many chances collectively together that they all take. There's goals everywhere in their side. They don't have to rely on just the number 9. Whereas Chelsea buying Lukaku, you are basically saying, right, he's our guy. We got to feed this guy to score us the goals, and we don't play like that. Tuchel never played like that.
Because
that's why
one more. This obsession of goals and assists in English football by fan base is actually killing my mood. I don't like it. I don't like these goals and assist obsession. Like,
You're right.
can you not like see a football game as a team sports?
Yeah,
a win is
yeah.
more important.
Jim, can I
It's the insane thing is the King scored 30 goals. Thierry Henry scored so many goals. You know, I don't like it.
The reason why Kane got so much excitement for his goals is because Tottenham isn't the best.
All right, go on, Prime. Finish off.
Because we see City's. We can say about how they create and stuff. All of their forwards are elite, and they're able to get goals. We don't like. Not relying on
what
one.
What do you mean
guy,
their forwards are elite? Who's elite, bro? Who you saying's elite?
Their forwards are elite.
Who? Name me them. You saying Jesus is elite?
Elite.
Who?
What? Mahrez.
You think Mahrez is elite, bro?
Silva.
You think the only player the only player I can say is absolutely elite is Kevin De Bruyne in that side.
Mahrez should start for us every week.
Hey, wait, guys,
He was in our team.
let him finish. Let him finish. Go on,
Respond.
go.
They've got at least it worked. If you don't think they're elite, at least they're elite in the City system. That works. Same with Liverpool. Salah might be the outrageous in terms of his number of goals, but Mane's elite in terms of he gets goals in the system. Firmino can bag up with a few. Shota, I don't think he's a great all-round player, but he works in that system and he's elite in that system.
Yeah, but the system was built around Mane and Salah for Liverpool, that's why they get so many goals. But if you took Salah and you put him in Chelsea's team, he ain't doing that because it's built differently. And the same goes for City. All the City players, if you take Mahrez out of that and put him at Chelsea, he ain't performing how he's performing at City at Chelsea because he's not playing in that system.
Better at our club. I don't think he fits City that well.
Mahrez at 21
He's similar to Ziyech, and
Mahrez, don't get it twisted.
Come on, Mahrez is better than
Ziyech.
Yeah, but the similar players.
Mahrez and Ziyech are actually similar.
Don't do that.
That wasn't the point.
Jim, you love Ziyech, bro.
Can I have a word, Jim? Can you tell Johnny to stop talking for 1 minute, please?
All right, Nick, you finished it off.
Yeah, Johnny, go on here. It's a Johnny Late Show. It's like the Norton show on BBC.
It's the Minerals FC, mate. That's what
Minerals show. Minerals.
That's the Minerals.
Minerals, Mason Mount Minerals.
It's not. Well, Mason Mount is the CEO of Minerals FC. Let's have it right. With Tuchel, bruv. With Tuchel,
all right,
the two generals,
let me
bruv.
talk for a while, Johnny. Yeah, great performance by the team to come out like that. Great performance. A bad decision to go from that fucking bald cunt Taylor. You know, he should have. That was a red card, 100%. Chalobah, mistake. You know, he tried
Same
to
with
hit the
Rudiger as
ball.
well.
Now I'm talking now. BW.
Yeah, double shut up.
I can't even hear you properly, bro.
Yeah,
No, I'm
can you
just
hear
saying
me?
Rudiger was at fault for the second goal.
W, be
carry on.
quiet.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he
Anyway,
was.
yeah, all right. Anyway, yeah, Chalobah, you know, the chap, you know, he's a young player still. He's been great. I don't have anything against him. You know, bad decision from him to try and head the ball to Mendy, but he was only trying to, you know, keep the play, I suppose. He should have kicked it out, but I don't blame him one bit, really. And man of the match cover, what a fucking goal. You know, that's goal of the season. And that big goal of the season for quite a while. And Kanté, the usual Kanté, Silva, great as ever. Rudiger, unbelievable. You know, my cover was man of the match for me. I was at the game, actually, and it was a great match. Second half, you know, we tried, but thanks to Mendy, you know, he saved us, actually. Everyone played good, really. You know, everyone. I can't complain. But it's just I was anxious to win that game. We had to win, really. We had the chance to win and kill these Scousers, but we didn't. But overall, great game. But anyway, going on to Lukaku, Johnny can't stop the hate. He's still be going on and up. No, shut up, man. You don't know
Shut up,
what you're
man.
talking about.
He deserves it, bruv. He deserves it.
It deserves it, but he's got a second chance. Tomorrow they're going to have a talk.
Well, you don't know that.
He deserves a chance if he goes about it the right way.
Probably tomorrow they're going to talk. If Lukaku apologizes to everyone, Chelsea football,
he should have his fingers cut off for it, bruv.
Don't be silly, man. You're talking shit.
Bro,
You won't be saying that.
Absolutely. You're waffling.
No, you're waffling.
You're waffling.
Go on, Nick.
W, mate. You need to shut your mouth.
Yeah, and you know, I'm sure they will give him a second chance, and if he wants to stay at this club, they will keep him. There's no reason, and I promise you, it's not stupid to throw, you know, all that money away.
Yeah.
Nick Blue,
we need a striker. We can't get no one else.
Nick Blue, you're acting like a stalker. The guy just said he doesn't want to play for Chelsea.
He didn't say that.
You're acting like a stalker, bro.
He should no. He's a Lukaku stan.
You're forcing him to play for you when he doesn't want to play for you.
Castro, if he didn't say that, and you,
Lukaku's won us multiple points this season.
Won us what? He ain't won a shit, bruv.
Yes, he has.
Villa.
Aston Villa twice.
I was at Villa, bruv, and that's the only game that he's fucking brought minerals. Every other game he's been poor, bruv. He's been poor.
Arsenal, mate.
Bullied, man. Arsenal were the dead team, bruv. They were like fucking 14th or 15th in the league. They were rubbish.
They were 20th.
We should beat them 2-0.
What about Brighton?
Finish off.
He scored for Brighton. We were poor that game.
Oh yeah, and did we win against Brighton? No.
That's not
Isn't Lukaku's fault?
Well, he's our big man striker. Pulls us out of games apparently.
Yeah, he hat-trick from losing.
What, has he scored a hat-trick this year?
No.
No, Mason Mount has. Mason Mount scored more goals than him.
Oh, come on, that was Norwich.
Mason Mount scored more goals than Lukaku, bruv.
Timo Werner has scored more goals than Mason Mount.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, Castro, you're right. Timo Werner scored more than Mount.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, I'm going to end it. Don't worry. I'm going to end it, people.
Can we go out in a happy mood and sing the Steve Gerrard song, please?
No.
Listen. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Get it up to 200 likes. You've heard what? What'd you say? Who just spoke?
Who said that? Who said that?
Who's speaking, man? Don't speak when the man speaks. Yeah, let me speak. I'm joking, guys. I'm only up. But yeah, smash the like, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Big up to everyone. We didn't get the win we wanted today. However, we did see
Jim, where's your friend Rams? I think he's stuck in Stamford Bridge.
He's upset because he said Mason Mount should have been sent off. That's what he was telling me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he's reaching like Mendy, bro. He's reaching like Mendy, mate.
Listen, Mane should have been sent off 6 seconds.
Yeah, 100. He should have. That was.
I swear that ball forward if he could have.
Shit today.
That's a conspiracy against Chelsea as usual, isn't it?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
are the best team in the league, bro. We are the best team. Look at us.
Anyway,
I swear that's bold for Anthony Taylor.
I'll be back for the top
Minerals.
I'll be back for whatever else I can think of. Maybe a debate show actually on transfers to Chelsea. Who should Chelsea sign? Who should they bring in? Who can we get rid of? Shall we rely on Lacobham? Should we go and buy a certain?
Send Mount to Palace and bring Gallagher back.
Mount to Palace and bring Gallagher back.
Gallagher's going to PSG. PSG wants Gallagher.
I'll be back again soon. Peace.
Minerals.
Minerals.